give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. Broke all the cages, no, I won't sit and take it. No, no. They left me for dead, I guess I'll never learn. Every time I break, there's just more pain to burn. They'll never, never, never learn. Till the battle's won, till kingdom come. I'll never run. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty.
Turn the crib into a club like Hennessy and Buddha screaming thug life. Get it, baby, you know I'm the plug, right? Fucking got a feeling that it's gonna be a long night. Whoa, everything I touch turn cold. Need no introduction, cause they know Brit and Mo, I hit the lotto, my motto. Roll up gelato and throttle a couple models staccato who fucking brought up the bottles. I'm gone ham, this ain't even luck, all planned. Y'all know who the fucks I am. Burning bucks, smoke bands. Always been the MO since the start of this, and now I'm on a mission like I'm Artemis. Hey, we gon' turn the crib into a club like Hennessy and Buddha screaming thug life. Get it, baby, you know I'm the plug, right? Fucking got a feeling that it's gonna be a long night. Got a feeling that it's gonna be a long night.
Better change, no, some things never change, never change. You think I would look pretty on your arm once you cover up my bruises and battle scars, but it always ends the same. Can't bear the things I've had to face. Got you crying on your knees in pain. Oh, some things never change, never change. You break your back to make me feel again. Suffocate to make me breathe again. Lose your mind from endless pain. Some things never change, never change. Redemption never came. I stopped asking for forgiveness, 'cause you should know only fools tread with the angels. Fear to go, but you keep trying to get too close. Save myself by turning into stone. So save your judgment, 'cause you just don't know. But some things never change, never change. Oh, they say I should feel guilty and change my ways, leaving crumpled bodies in my wake. Swear I didn't mean to make them break. Swear I didn't mean to make them break. But they're so delicate and so mundane, and they keep coming like a moth to a flame. Oh, some things never change, never change. You'll break your back to make me feel again. Suffocate to make me breathe again. Lose your mind from endless pain. Some things never change, never change. Oh, redemption.
One's a company, two's a crowd, three's a party coming, move around like the first rush when the school is out, when the booze is up, when the sun is down. Enjoy the ride, got some pillows in the Chevy. Just like a darling, loaded and heavy. Take your time, let me know when you're ready. Couple months I've been messing with you steady. Open for plans tonight. Lost in the afterglow. Oh, girl, your love for me keeps calling me, so I'm calling you. Lord, give me lots of fire. I long for your company. Oh, girl, your love for me is a part of me, my biology. It won't be over till the fat lady sings. I owe you a trip, cause me and you, we got a thing. My sunshine state, hair curly like a string. Just a big ol' ooh, smile, that's about all you gotta bring. So enjoy the ride, got some pillows in the Chevy. Just like a darling, loaded and heavy. Take your time, let me know when you're ready. Couple months I've been messing with you steady. Open for plans tonight. Lost in the afterglow. Oh, girl, your love for me keeps calling me, so I'm calling you. Lord, give me lots of fire. I long for your company. Oh, girl, your love for me is a part of me, my biology. Самолет несет меня, будто в кулаке зажав великан. В иллюминаторе земля. Самолет несет меня, большой стальной великан. В иллюминаторе земля. Open for plans tonight. Lost in the afterglow. Oh, girl, your love for me keeps calling me, so I'm calling you. Lord, give me lots of fire. I long for your company. Oh, girl, your love for me is a part of me, my biology.
Day breaks and I'm burned by the morning light. I make the same mistake more than twice. Same song, but brand new dance. I wear out my third second chance. You take my breath and I can't get it back. Might be time for me to face the facts. The best me is with you, but I know I got a lot to prove. They think we're too damaged to fix, but we're just working through a little rust. They like to say we're just young, but I know we won't give this up. Sometimes I lose my mind. stay by my side. You and I break our hearts open in half, just to see if we'll put them back. No matter what they try, I'll stay by your side. It's you and I. It's you and I.
Feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. So alive, make it last forever. Stop in time, yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to India Today Gaming, presenting to you guys the World Esports Cup. Today is going to be quite some amazing matchup because we are here with the Pakistani region, and imagine which group it's going to be. It's going to be one and only Group B, which we will be starting things off. Yesterday, we did face off with the Group A teams, and there were, Team 5 Mutants out there. There were even, I guess, Team Demon's Pride who did made it up till the top 6. Now, we have more 12 teams left, and only 6 of these teams will be going on to the next phase. And before we welcome you guys as well, we have Tanya as well at the Castles Desk. So, Tanya, good afternoon and welcome to the Castles Desk.
Thank you for such a warm welcome, and I'm pretty excited the way you mentioned that 12 teams and only 6 slots remaining. That is going to already inform us that how tough the competition is going to be. Though the race is not about reaching the number 1 position, but race is going to be very, very intense because only 6 slots
Yes.
are open. So it is going to be the ratio of 50-50. And Pakistani segment, Pakistan chapter is already very aggressive in terms of getting those frags, getting those kills,
Yes.
and let's hope that they are able to get that a little extra, a 1 foot extra towards the ribbon. That is all you have to do. You don't have to go number one. You have to go ahead and cross the mark. And top six to cross the mark are going to go towards the next stages. Ladies and gentlemen, how excited are you? Make sure to spam it into the chat section, because with your support, players are definitely motivated, so are casters.
Yup, like I'm really gonna be quite energetic because even yesterday, Tanya, we saw these teams out here. You talked about their domination. You talked about how unique they are. The talent which we got to see from this region. It's not just that unique or dominative, but they are equally dominative because we saw first time in any ranking system we got to see, I guess, 12 maps with these teams would have played, and all the 12 teams, 8 teams out of 12 were the one who actually crossed the 100 points limit. Like there is a pointing system as well in the overall scorecard, having 100 points, and that too for all top 8 teams. The buffer was also so less that teams just missed out from 4 to 5 points. If we talk about team XGX Esports, they just lost from 4 points. So that was quite a bit of an emotional roller coaster ride for them. But this really shows that how equally competitive is this region gonna be, and how competitive our lobby is also gonna start things off. Before we start our whole tournament, let's directly hop into the prize pool, and let's even see that what is that one motivation factor addition to the title and the pride with these teams will be taking to win the game.
I'm talking about what are they fighting for, what are they going to win, and they're going to win a massive prize pool of 75 lakhs INR. And the first one to get the title out of three nations takes away the biggest chunk, which is going to be 35 lakhs INR, so on and so forth until position 8. The players are going to get the 7 digit figure with them, 6 digit figure with them, but then coming towards the next figures, which is going to be maybe 5 digit, but the titles are very, very big. Fan favorite, MVP, best IGL, best clutch, best underdog team. And
Wow.
my eyes until the end of the tournament are going to be on who is going to be the best underdog tournament to fight against the giants who have got the experience not only locally but also nationally, internationally. And if they are able to perform against them, they deserve too much.
Well, you said it quite well. The one who dominate in the local too gets successful in the global competition, and that's what we have seen from most of the teams out here. You talk about the big dogs; they were also once one of these teams who then made sure that the platform being provided to them is totally being utilized. They are showing off their skills and making sure that what they are capable of. Here we are with the fan favorite and most valuable player as well. Now, best IGL, that's another thing, and best clutches, so you can expect only from this specific region as well, because this region has already given us some of the most mind-blowing gameplays out here. But the first team definitely backs up 35 lakhs, which is quite amazing. The podium finish gives 15 lakhs to the runner-up, and the third finish also get 8 lakhs. Now, talking of the fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth position, imagining qualifying to the top 12 of the final phase, where all of these three regions will be competing against each other, and only four teams are going to be the one who won't be able to get the prize pool. So that's pretty much of an interesting diversification of the prize pool as well. It's not that only teams finishing in the podium finishes will get, it's top 8 teams. Already we have had a long tournament. We started off with scrims, now we are in some of the phases where each and every player, like as a viewer as well, we did let you know that in the scrims itself you could have participated for this main event. There are some of the underdogs, that's why we have a specific prize pool for them, that those teams which are quite new towards a tournament and are actually competing at the level which we cannot even expect, and directly giving that clear competition to the big dogs, they are definitely gonna get a good platform here. And with that, here is the schedule for today. It's gonna be the day one of our group B stages, and map one starting off from the side of Bermuda, then a balanced map, a purgatory, and then it's the best map, my favorite map as well, Kalahari.
Absolutely. And then the cycle repeats again, Bermuda, Purgatory, and Kalahari. But there's a massive difference in the first set and the second set. First set goes for the learning purpose, and then comes the retaliation, then comes the revenge, and then comes the final phases where we have to go all in to confirm your position towards the next stages. But then coming back to the map of Bermuda, one of the most comfortable map, we have seen it, players going ahead, trial and error, that let's change the drop point, let's change the rotation, and
Yes.
this is the map where we have spotted trial and errors every single time. But then coming back to purgatory, the map of three islands, minute one included, the players heading for moat house are going to go as passive as possible, and other three circles are intensified depending upon where the circle goes. But not only circle is going to matter, also the points which they are going to accumulate with every single map passing by. The team to take away the booyah is going to take total of 12 points for them, so on and so forth until position 10. And for position 11 and 12, there's nothing in terms of standing points. They have to make a race for the stuff for the kill points. 1 point per kill is the point system here. So maybe until position 7, even if they are getting eliminated on 11, but they are able to accumulate more points, they can still secure position 6 here. So it is going to be very, very interesting for bottom two teams as well. The window of upshifting, laddering up, it still remains open in terms of kills.
Well, you said it correctly here. It's not just that if you get early eliminated, it's that you won't be able to just cope up with all the teams who maybe have won a buoy or, maybe came into top five position. Here, getting eliminated at 11th and 12th position doesn't secures you any positioning points, but definitely for each and every kill you gain, you get a point, and that's something which totally accumulates you to a lot of points, a lot of overall points. Yesterday, we saw teams crossing that 100 points mark. That's because each and every team from here actually do keep a balance for the kills as well as positioning. Now, what could be the best map to actually play in such sort of momentum? It's a map of Bermuda, the map which is quite a classical map. No matter what happens, you might have played the most time, and because it's the first map, let's see how teams are gonna go in. I really expect, Tanya, that whenever we get to see the plane part, teams will be just try to avoid those drop clash. In case the drop clash happens, and it's quite unfortunate for them, but for the next 6 minutes, teams are gonna play quite slowly. They are gonna play quite passively, and unless the zone comes in, they won't even think to expose themselves and open and rotate. Because here, I have seen these teams in scrims as well, Tanya, that whenever teams comes inside these starting matches, it's the very first match. You see, a first match may whichever team is gonna just win or maybe back off some amazing lead will definitely have a good kickstart, and they could really have some good lead from the very first map as well, which could be a bit easier for them in the later stages of this mid phase where only six teams is qualifying. So whenever these teams will be dropping in, they will very make sure that the next team right next to them would be able to do their mistakes, and then these guys will be capitalizing. Because here, there's no room for mistakes. It's gonna be at scrims. However, we are into such phase where yeah, like it's a 50-50% chance, 12 teams but only 6 teams qualifies.
Absolutely. So they cannot afford to make mistakes. One mistake might be accepted, but then if they keep on repeating the mistake, they might miss out the chance of such a big tournament. It is World Esports Cup, ladies and gentlemen, powered by Infinix Smartphone and in association with India Today Gaming. Broadcast partner being Platonia Esports. Alongside that, we also have radio partner Ishq 104.8 FM. And make sure to follow the social media. And we are about to start the first match real soon. Call your friends, call your family. Let's enjoy the matches together. What better noon than having the perfect battle royale screen in front of you, and maybe you can grab
Yep.
your snacks alongside that. You'd want to munch it. And talking about the map of Bermuda, where do you think where the first casualty might happen, Upcon?
I think it's probably gonna be Santosha Island or maybe even Clock Tower, because there's where you get a good amount of loot as well. And maybe teams like, given the Group B teams which we are currently having, Team Men in Black, which is gonna be Team MIB, and Team Insanity ES is definitely gonna have a clash between their drop location, because either it's gonna be one of these two sides or the blue tier loot. Now, talking of which, the blue tier zone is also something where teams, will they go for it or will they not? Because it's a big gamble. You will get a good loot if your drop is quite efficient, is quite next to perfection, then you will be the first player who will get the benefit of doubt to maybe get the weapon, and make sure that your opponents are just running looking for weapons and you can get those early frags. But that lies totally upon the risk as well. Now, gambling with your risk is not going to be an option. It's the first map, so let's see that what's going to be the blue tier situation as well, that where that zone is going, and is any team contesting from If you ask me, I'll say like maybe no, because these teams they really love to play passively in scrims. I do remember it was 12 minutes and we still had, I guess, same number of teams and same number of players left till the very 12th minute. So you can really expect that what sort of patience level does our teams have from Pakistani regions.
Well, I would say they are impatient for kills. At least as the days are progressing, they are also going up with the new play sets. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are here with the very first match for World Esports Cup. Day 1, map number 1. It is Group 2. We can see flight path was a little diagonal, which is definitely bisecting into 50-50 spread out shall not be an hassle. And the place that Arpcon was talking about, highest resource loot zone, has only got one team, and that team is going to be D60 Gaming. Nobody to share the ground except for one player joining in, which is coming from Pak Pirates, 1 versus 4. A risky move coming in from Richie Rich, but we have also always spotted Richie Rich picking up all the risk for his team and also getting some extra amount of kills, turning himself into MVP as well sometimes. And otherwise, the spread outs are very, very good, except for one region where two teams are definitely battling against each other, and it is going to be Team ROK against them, Lahore Tigers, and that is where exactly the first casualty shall be happening.
Well, I mean, this is a good start. No drop clashes, not even a single knock. But I'm so sorry to call out for that. Seems to be a caster's curse. Team LS has already engaged them into a 5-team legend style. It's gonna be up against the side of one and only Team PK. God's edge, and it's making sure that he is able to fall back. And here's the situation: once you don't have these many weapons, it's really hard to dodge these situations. Now, still holding some passive angles, it's gonna be one and only Team legend style who will get these early frags. Already they are up with 2 kills, so that's straight away 2 points being added to the points table, and quite an unfortunate scenario for the side of team PK, who is just gonna get eliminated at a very early stage. Well, seems as if one player still remaining, so the path to just go on with a solo stealth gameplay has begun for him. Meanwhile, Team Legends, they did got a drop clash, but luckily they survive, and also their team is looking in a bit of a split position at this point of time.
And that split is going to render some extra points for the team, and let's hope the last man standing is able to survive a little extra longer to get those placement points. Talking about the other places of the map of Bermuda, right now we are watching the split coming in from Team Lahore Tigers as well, and look at how fearlessly these Tigers are moving in, all 4 players away from each other, and at all, if at all they are caught off guard, it might be the element of risk, and they really very well know Joker is aware where the last man is standing. He is heading towards the Rimnam village, towards the coastal area, and we also heard the vehicle roaring, and the last man has nothing else to do but hide up into the shack, and he has to hide for as long as possible. And it is 3 minutes, and we have seen 3 casualties by far, and much more to happen. But I think now the mindset is also going to change. Now the players will start playing for the survival, rather going ahead, picking the kills, confirming the kills. They want to make sure they at least survive to get those extra standing points. And as the circle initiates, the rotations also comes in handy, and with those rotations, these days players are able to accumulate extra amount of kills and also survive.
Well, there's another fight. The solo player Hitman being remaining has a micro Uzi with himself, but there is going to be Joker as well just right next to him. Now he does not have his team here. If he gets denied, it's going to be such a unfortunate scenario being in a 1v4 fight. There goes a Max 7. He connects a shot. It's just 40 HP remaining for both of these players, and somehow he gets the opening. But Team PK, as we talked about, the numbers disadvantage is totally gonna have him. Somehow Joker actually, gets a good backup from his teammate. And if, imagine if he couldn't had that backup, or the reinforcement wouldn't have been at time. So definitely it could have been the first point as well for the side of Team PK. And it could have been the first casualty for the side of Team Legend Style as well. Meanwhile, continuing here, it's gonna be Team Men in Black, whom we talked about, Team MIB up against the side of Park Pirates. They are just making sure that they are able to clear the Rimnam village, because it seems as if they're trying to gatekeep. And first place zone is also here with us. We have 1 minute 15 seconds left till it gets strengthened. So the gatekeep scenario might be quite unfortunate for the side of Park Pirates.
And talking about Men in Black, we have talked about them every single time, how nicely they are able to gatekeep, how nicely they are able to rotate. And I think this is one of the strongest team within the lobby alongside No Chance as well. And with that, we also have Hot Shots here. So very difficult teams are participating today. The competition shall be very, very aggressive. And Eddie is also very aggressive. Took down Jerry. Is there going to be any Tom to save his day, or Jerry might get eliminated here? Well, the confirmation does come in, but with that, Eddie will be traded down on the knees. Will revival come in handy? Right now, Men in Black have got the advantage of the height, and they are able to use that advantage very nicely. Confirm the kill. Also, the savior comes in, and the player will be revived. On the course, the players are trying to attack, and it is going to be Richie, the man to fall quite far away from his teammate, is now coming up to action. Once again, he's able to take down Addy. Revival attempts are on. Is the confirmation coming in? And I really don't like the position of Team Pirates here. How three players are playing into split. But if you have a look at Team Men in Black, they are into clusters, and right now they are able to take down one more knock, heading towards the confirmation as well, because there's nobody that can save them, and they have created this disadvantage for themselves. They need to make sure, if they are already less in numbers, they cannot afford to go play split.
Well, I mean, two players have totally been lost, and as you told about Team Men in Black, I mean, this team has already, shown they are pressured, totally pressurizing the side of Team Park Pirates, and they even got those two opening frag. Having, gatekeeped, only two players are remaining, and now the situation falls at should they overcome it, or should they first prefer to go for the play zone? Because there is a pro and con to both of these situations. If you are just trying to gatekeep, you will definitely, possibly get some more two frags against the side of Team Park Pirates, who are only two guys remaining, or else you maybe need to, lose out your medkits as well, because as the zone happens, you have to get inside the zone, and as soon as the zone even gets shrunk in, there goes the next play zone as well. Now, the next play zone is going to be another new challenge where you should be having an ideal position to use your firepower, and having 4-man advantage till the very leg zone is going to be very important. But what are we seeing? The play zone totally shifting towards the side of the southern side. Like, we usually know that factory, Pochinok, and the clock tower area, 90% of the time we see that first zone is totally like just favoring these locations, or one of these locations to be precise. But a 25-75 ratio as well for the land and water coverage area inside the play zone, which really gives very less breathing space to all the teams out there to just make sure that they are able to hold their ideal position. Now, even if they hold the position, that's not going to be enough. You need to have a bit of a split, a bit of a cover, so that your firepower could really be damaging to your opponents in case you get engaged in any sort of fight. And this is a time where, the loot phase is going to be totally done. Now it's the time for the rotational phase, where teams are going to start to rotate and make sure that they are going towards their ideal hold location. Well, given the southern shift, I think it's really going to be some sort of issues for the northern teams to just rotate sooner. Team NC, which is going to be one and only team No Chance, are going to just have some opening out there. Clock tower fight, it is going to be up against the side of teams who have dropped in towards, the factory area. And team D60 Gaming seems to be in a bit of an unfortunate lower ground disadvantage, where it's really going to be hard for them as well to fight back.
And let's hope they are able to fight back. For now, there's nothing that is forcing them to pick up the fight. They've got hard cover, they have got zone advantage, and they've got one of the best locations here. But still, they are attempting to go kill greedy, because if you have a look at the team's positioning of No Chance, they are with the split of 50-50, 2-man within the sniper tower, 2-man in the factory. And if you have a look at the player Surka, if I'm not mistaken, it is Shirka. He is on the rooftop of the factory to get the exact 360 required, and he if he is sniper for his team, so I think he will be one of the key players to watch out for, to get those early knocks, and also to provide the early intel required about they are being attacked from which direction. 4 versus 4, if they are continuing to take the spot shots and delivering these damages, all that is going to be done is nothing but wastage of utilities. And now we are also going to see the circle shift. We did mention that first circle was a little brutal towards the southern side, inclusive of water as well as land, with the ratio of 75-25. But let's hope that this time circle is favorable to the players, because circle is the worst villain right now, and these circles are turning murderous circles as the days are progressing, and this meta is definitely creating, indeed multiplying the difficulties for the players.
Well, it surely is. The team Soulbreakers directly contesting out towards the side of team. No chance, no chance. Had a chance, but they did not quite capitalize on that. Meanwhile, talking of which, if we talk about Team Insanity and one and only Team D60 Gaming, they are all the way rotating from the side of waterways, like just swimming around the water, making sure that they are able to get some positioning points out there and make sure that all the teams towards the side of land are just fighting each other's out and giving them, some less competition, because each and every player you eliminate now is one less competitor who will compete against you towards the final zone. Well, just 55 seconds left, and then once again the second zone will begin to shrink in. NC Z is going to be from the side of team No Chance, who has a good LMG or light machine gun, but is quite using the 360 angle, which you talked about, having a 360-degree to spot each and every player. And here it is, one and only team Park Pirates just making sure that they are rotating all the way towards the side of these waters. And I think it's a good start as well, because any team who are just down to a two players advantage against a squad, there is a very minute chance that they could really be able to capitalize. They can really be capable of that, but why to risk it when you are at the World Esports Cup at a phase where only you have a 50-50 chance to qualify?
Absolutely, the difficulties are increasing, the spots are reducing, and let's see who are going to reduce the opponents here with the view coming in from beneath to the upper grounds. The firing shots were attempted, but getting the angle is never going to be easy, where the advantage of height lies into the hands of team No Chance. Rarely, if we talk about player KK18, he was able to deliver a lot of damage, missed by one more bullet, one more shot. If he would have connected, he might have got that knock, a probable knock, just now missed. It is going to be Legend Styles versus No Chance on the grounds of Factory, and they have totally split the upper grounds and lower grounds. And I also like the positioning of Team LA right now. How nicely they are holding their position very very far away, and they will be lured once they start seeing the knocks coming in. And on the grounds of Mars Electric, we can expect a close battle coming in between Soul Breakers against them. It is going to be Insanity ES, grenades coming in, firing shots coming in, and the heat is rising, and the grenade did not deliver the damage exactly what they were attempting to.
Well, Mars Electric fights are always, quite fun to watch, and it seems between the Sara team Soulbreakers up against Team Insanity. Now, Team Insanity, finally they're back to the land area. Wali FAS just trying to go aggressive, but well, alone just gets denied in front of him. Will he go on for a revival, or will he go on for a fight back? Hunter takes another one. That's two players down already. The nade coming in, the use of utilities are quite in place. Just two players remaining. It's gonna be Nemo as well, who will be up towards the side of one and only Team 9, which is Soulbreakers, and all the four players progressing towards him from two of these sides. It's really going to be some difficulty, but yeah, the shotgun is that one possibility. Gets an opening. Does he take a confirmation? No, he does not, because somehow the glue wall was quite in place. And the third party is also here, because Team Park Pirates, they are also trying to just cause some more troubles to both of these teams.
And the trouble is going to be very very difficult. There is no coming back for the team who is choked into the center, and that team is Insanity ES, with only one player within the mid, and he is going to turn into the patty. Circle did take a shift. Mars Electric is nowhere within the circle, and on the other side of the map we can also already see Team Hotshot picking up battles against Team ROK. One player is down on the knees. There's no confirmation. Player will be revived immediately, all thanks to the glue walls. There are massive usage of slow glue walls spotted here, total of 4 to 5 used already, much more to go. The circle is also into the open area, and talking about open area, Sika is taking the advantage of player KO running into the open area, and the confirmation comes in, one by AC80, one by grenade, and over here Papa is down on the knees. He will be confirmed as well. Talking about men in black, they were on this ridge for way too long, and now they're trying to pick up some pot shots, picking up some kills as well against Team TSD here. Fighting shots are exchanged, and three frags, three-man roster alive, deciding to disengage from the battle, trying to move away. But I think Team Men in Black's two players are already indulged into this fight. They don't want to go away. They don't want to dodge this fight whatsoever. Freeze bomb used, grenades alongside, but no damage delivered. That was a sad miss.
Well, it's 3v4 scenario seems, but yeah, once again goes for an opening. That's a problem being dealt towards the side of team D60, and they do get eliminated. Two shots coming in from the side of shotgun, and then the final nail in the coffin with the grenade. That's some good level of domination with Team Men in Black are showing, and this is a very right time to be inside that fighting zone as well. If you quite play passively at this point of time, somewhere or the next time you have to get engaged with any team. Now talk about Richie. Richie is just totally holding his angle off. Is the only a guy for his team who has got that single kill. A guy approaching towards him from the western and silent, but he does not even shots. He does not even does a single damage. What's happening? He's just watching out Nemo. Nemo is watching out him, and that's gonna be no damage and no shots being fired. Zone has also came in towards the side of factory area, so the southern shift was quite amazing. But now is where all the fun begins. Teams are really gonna get inside the factory area to get the ideal location. That Team WLD, they are totally down to 3 players advantage, one solo player remaining, and they do get eliminated. It's very unfortunate for the side of Lahore Tigers to get down. Then it's gonna be insanity. Well, even if he is a solo player surviving, he is just making sure that Pak Pirates is being carried on towards the side of the top 5 area, because already we have the top 6 teams with us. Now top 6 teams really, practically speaking, if these are the teams who will be playing consistently, might be able to actually be inside the top 6. But well, that's just a saying. Factory area is the final zone. Only 40% of the mass area seems towards the side of the open area. But then again, the siren goes on because the fourth zone is going to begin to shrink in.
And as the zone starts to shrink in, before that we can see Team Hotshot entering the vicinity of Team No Chance, who landed here, who held here strong without losing any players, and also a cumulative total of 4 frags, out of which 3 coming in from Sikka. 4 versus 3 will be the situation, and I always am amazed by the vehicles moving within the factory site here. Fighting shots are already coming in. Vegeta is the player who is delivering a lot of damage, and Anas is down on the knees. Will he be revived? Shall be the point of question here, and yes, he will be revived thanks to the cover of the wooden boxes as well as blue walls, and a close call coming in. Legend style will be decimated here. And talking about Team Soulbreakers, 10 frags already. The circle takes a shift, and it is still favorable to the grounds of factory. They will have to make a move into the open area, but before that they also have to pick up a fight here, and Men in Black will be decimated. What a perfect grenade coming in from Hunter.
Well, I mean, Hunter is just going crazy when he uses, his utilities. The grenades are quite precise from his side, and that is something which is just being an X factor for his teams as well. Now, Team No Chance, they have a very high chance to make sure that the topmost location which they are having could really, comprise of some ideal positioning points. No one could ideally be at that position, because the way they are going to gatekeep those terrace area, it's quite easy, and you would not want to miss on to this current chance. Team Soulbreakers, they have 11 kills. I mean, what's happening? 11 kills and still dominating, but there goes the grenade once again. Abdul gets that kill. That's a kill confirmation as well onto the side of Virus. So just quite an unfortunate scenario that having these number of kills already, you would not be able to win a Booyah, which could give you some amazing start. But then the vehicle usage comes in here. It's definitely gonna get blasted. Blue Ball being here to secure some sort of damage intake, but Shazi is still going to be taken down. It's the 5th zone, and we still have 13 players remaining. So let's see what's going to happen, because Oni using the Giddy Bush, making sure he comes up with this 1v2 clutch, but somehow is even going on for each and every glue wall which he's putting here.
And on the course, Sikka is able to get this grenade launcher required. Hunter with the grenades. Water devastation coming in. Water destruction with the grenade. And M79, the grenade launcher as well. On the course, Team Legacy lost 1 more player. And it is going to be Soulbreakers with a total of 13 flags already. Booyah or no Booyah. They have already got the marks of Booyah here. And freeze bomb used against Hunter. The grenade man here is also choking towards the blue zone. Entering into the open with the cover of the blue wall. And it is going to be Piku who is able to get that quadra for himself, and Hotshot will be decimated by Hunter. M1887 up to down with the wrath of blue zone. Delayed rotation coming in. Team Legacy also decimated. Four squads already eliminated, and I think we are going to end up with the heal battle.
Well, oh my god, he even eliminates no chance. It's gonna be one and only Sadia having a phenomenal end towards himself, and Hunter getting 8 kills. Make sure that he brings Team Soulbreakers to the winning position, the first map of today, and it's already been such an amazing end zones which we got to witness. From the start of Pakistani region, we did so that maybe we will see some consistent teams coming out there with a good level of competition, but it did not, limit themselves to there. They did came towards the end zone. We were at a very dead zone where you see the whole map is going to be a shocking zone of the blue, and even though any teams are inside the any safe location, they had to be at the center of the dead zone, and if they're not, they either have to go for the heal battle. Now healing is not going to be that easy if you don't have enough boosters, and out of which Team Soul Breakers just make sure that they are pinpointing each and every player. In the end, the number of kills, they have got you early, did call it out quite right, that they already have the points which they will be getting for winning a booyah, but out of which they even secure some more, and like exit frags which we like to call, and they even win the booyah. So imagine contributing 2 consistent points in just one map.
Absolutely, they decimated total of 4 squads. Now that is an achievement within itself. Out of 12 teams within the lobby, one of which is themselves, and four players or maybe 16 players decimated. Now what else would you want? And a booyah. That is like a cherry on top of a cake. They've got everything, and they have earned one of the luxury here, just in case if they decide to go ahead and crash land and get eliminated with 0 points. There's nothing that can shake their position one whatsoever. And this was the team that we did not talk about. Now that is element of
Yes.
surprise. The teams that we don't talk about are always the teams who are showing themselves on the screen on the major part of the time in terms of rotation, because they did not have the advantage of circle. And talking about Hunter, well, Soul Breakers, Hunter
Oh.
is the Grim Reaper for the team, and it was not 16 frags, it was total of 17 frags, just one away coming in from the point of 30. And very rarely do we see one match where the players are able to get that 29 marker. And talking about the second position, we have got 13 points coming in from No Chance. The teams that we talked about, Men in Black, No Chance, they are behind the team Soul Breakers, the team who catched all the eyes of the viewers, of the players, and I'm very sure of casters now are also going to watch out what comes next into the map of Purgatory from the pockets, from the sleeves of Team Soul Breakers.
Well, Team Legacy and Legend Style as well, followed by them. Double digits are quite up for the start of Team Legacy, but no chance here, being at a very ideal location. Just imagine how the zone is just favoring you and taking you all the way towards the side of top two. Now, that was quite a 1v2 scenario. He did got an opening as I'm anticipating, but in the end, it was Team Soulbreakers who confirmed each and every exit frag at that point of time and made sure that they are just able to, make sure as much lead as they can, cause the Booyah was already in their hands, and that was something quite amazing to see. But well, let's see that what's gonna be the bottom six as well. We have 12 teams with us, in which top 6 teams have already shown quite some good domination. From here, if they are quite consistent, it is going to be quite important. At the years when only there's one sort of difference which we are getting to see, that team Hotshot, they were the one who came at the third position, but because one kill is more for the side of Team Men in Black, even though the overall points is pretty equal, you will get to see Team Men in Black itself who will come towards the third podium finished position. And this is very important for teams to even realize that only positioning points won't even last longer for you. You need to have your ideal kill points as well. Now Park Pirates, after a very unfortunate start, losing out 2 players and then making the 7th position, it's really been quite a good setback from their side.
Absolutely. It and talking about kill points for the bottom half, we can literally see only 5 kills coming in. Everything was taken away by the top 6 teams of the leaderboard, and over here, Park Pirates definitely were able to get those 2 kills, and D60 Gaming with 2 kills, and one coming in from Team Rock. Team PK going empty-handed. Now these days, after the league stages are have initiated, very rarely do we see the score 0. And within the very first match, there's one team that is spotted with total of 0 scores. But there it is only one match down, five more to go. We can expect the upshifts coming in. We can expect the tables turning. So it was the map of Bermuda, where definitely we did see an early fight at two places of the maps. So maybe in the map of Purgatory, Southern Island may be highly occupied. We can expect some early battles once again, and over there itself. Because if we talk about the team who took away the Booyah, which is Soul Breakers, they initiated picking up the battles and flags from the start of the day until the end, where the circle shrinked in. And later on, he didn't have much to do. All he had to do was just hold and go for heal battle, where the player didn't want to go for the heal battle. He was going all in for getting that one extra point, and he was successfully able to get that. Hats off to the players of Team Soul Breakers. Definitely, I'm watching out. If the start is so strong coming in from this team, I don't know what else is in the future for the day.
Well, seems as if this start could really, make things easier for them for the rest of the map. Because currently, if we talk about the numbers, they have a 16-point lead. Now, 16 point wasn't even gathered from any team out there, rather than, I guess, Team Soulbreaker. So this really gives you that one advantage that you have to play a bit consistent. You can't really go on for the domination at the very last day, at the few of the last maps, which we will getting to see these teams competing against. But the next map, it's going to be the map of Purgatory. Now, when you see a dead zone coming in the very first map, you know for a fact that teams are not going to go out there, expose themselves, and play in a front foot. They will make sure that their opponents are doing the first mistake and appearing, so that these guys could really fire off, taking the TPP advantage. Purgatory is going to be one of the most perfect map if you don't want to play balance, if you want to play only position. Once you are totally positioning by a team, you totally want to make sure that no matter what happens, you have to just save up till the very last zone and keep rotating. Then Purgatory is the map for these teams, followed by Kalahari, which is my favorite map, because we cannot really expect that when the bottom teams could really come up on top, even win a Booyah, because there you have to go all in aggressive once the loot phase is done. Loot phase, you need to, capitalize on all of the three balances, which is going to be your armory, your loadouts, your weapons, and definitely, the third and most important thing, it's going to be the utilities as well. Utilities, meds, kits, these all are some of the most important thing that no matter if you engage in a fight, you need to heal yourself. If you want to have some, game changing utilities, it's the grenade, and grenades
Yeah.
coming out from her. Oh, I mean, it was quite amazing to look out.
And particularly from the Manhunter, I like the way he used freeze bomb first, delivering a little bit of damage, and then going for the grenade attack, where he was able to get that knock and confirmation for himself. So it was totally strategic, planned knock and confirmation that he was attempting to, and that is exactly the point that has to be noted coming in from Team Soul Breakers. When they are going for the frags, they are very sure of about how to get it, because getting 17 frags is just a dream come true. And you already mentioned that they got 17 frags and Booyah points to the cherry on the top, and there are no other teams who are getting those 17 points all together, combining of placement and kill
Yes.
points. So Soul Breakers will be the team to watch out for into the textbook map of Purgatory. But no longer the rotations only play the key role. The circle is going to be one of the key factor about how the rotations shall be, because inclusive of water routes, it is always difficult.
It is quite difficult. The map with three island, which is going to consist of the golf course island, the central island, and definitely the main zone. And here the question says is that once you have a good lead, what's going to be the drop location as well? Will they go in for their ideal drop location from the side of Team Soulbreakers, or would they want to contest towards the side of Brasilia? Having an engagement in an early fight with just one team won't be a big issue for them, because they have fought with multiple teams now. Like I guess they had 15 kills or 16 kills. So like having the 17 kills to be precise, sorry, 17 kills means you have eliminated more than 4 squad. You have got yourself engaged with more than 5 to 6 squad. Now eliminating almost 40% of the lobby and then dropping into the very next map, I really think that Brasilia or some blue tier loot could you can't really expect from the side of Team Soulbreakers. And if they actually go for it, you really know that only one team between us, which we have from all of the 12 teams, which is Team Soulbreakers, who would want to play dominative, who would want to play aggressive, and thus all of the 11 teams need to watch out for that, because they are more towards the positioning based side.
Absolutely. And talking about commitment towards fight, I also would want to say that Men in Black are the teams who are committing to fight. They had an opportunity to chase out of the battle once a circle did take a shift, but still, the players were making sure of that to confirm the team and then only make a move. And that is how they are into top five of the chart by getting those extra kill points. And they were able to decimate Team D60 there, who is into the bottom half of the leaderboard. So the teams definitely who have performed well into the map of Bermuda will try to make sure that they continue to do so. And the teams on the bottom half, will they allow? That shall be the question. With the questions coming in, there also comes in the second map for the day, which is going to be Purgatory, the map of three islands and the tiny bit of a moat house island as well. It is day one, map number two for group number two for World Esports Cup, powered by Infinix Smartphone and in association with India Today Gaming, and broadcast partner being Platonia Esports. Once again, flight path is diagonal here, and we can clearly see Moat House goes into the hands of Team Legacy, the team to go passive, and alongside that, Team No Chance is also sharing the very close grounds there.
Well, seems to be quite an ideal playing path so that teams are able to even go on for the ideal drop location. But what are we seeing? Brasilia, we are seeing two teams nearly dropping against each other, and that's quite amazing to look after. But then again, fight engagement being there towards the side of the central area, and here we are seeing that one player has already been taken down. Titan gets denied as well, but revival need to be given because he is very close to his team. Team Insanity, they have lost two players, but I guess Team ROK is gonna be unstoppable. And Team ROK, you didn't saw them much at the first map, so it seems as if this map is gonna be quite a setback map for them, so that they are able to just contribute some more points toward the points table. And from here, there's, as you told in the very start, it's not just the fight for being number one, number two. It's a very, you have to play it safe. You have to come towards top six so that you get qualified for the next phase. Having being inside the top six position is not going to be that easy once you have all these 12 teams wanting to come in top six. So this is what makes things more interesting, and points table are the best way to judge a team in terms of their positioning and their fragging capabilities as well in this game.
Absolutely, and the fragging capability is one of the massive plus for the team. If all four players are interactive with each other and are going hand in hand and are able to get those amount of kills which they are planning to, or in terms for the day, Soulbreakers have got it by far. And if this is how teams are deciding to move ahead, I think that is exactly what every team wants. And talking about Brasilia from the very start, you were talking about Brasilia might be the place where we can expect crash landing coming in, and we have got two teams here already, Team D60, and against them we have other team as well. On the other side of the map, though, Team ROK has able to get those two frags within not even a minute of landing, and they were able to get that. And Team WLD holding themselves into the tiny bit of caravans here and there, but this time the best part is they are not into split like into the map of Bermuda, where they were into an entire loss by going away from each and every teammate. And here we can see Chucky racing into the open fearlessly and nobody to give the shots. I really don't understand here, Upcon. The players are racing into the open, but not even a single shot getting connected in attempt of vehicular blast. And I don't know if there's any handshake agreement to it, or they really don't want to fall into a trap of the lurker.
I mean, unless they know it's Team Soulbreaker, you would not wanna, fight them. And having a vehicle rotation, it was quite a, damaging vehicle where only 13 bullets been connected right on the vehicle. It could have been bursted and made things quite difficult. But Chucky gets an opening, and that's the first kill already. Team Soulbreaker, they are looking quite amazing. But what? Team ROK, they just straight back, and they did this time they just do it quite powerful. They are gonna make sure that if they hit hard, and already two players from the start of Team Soulbreakers just gets denied. I mean, this is gonna be so unfortunate. Only Piku left at a very central area, needs to regroup with his teammate, and against him it's gonna be one and only team, I guess, Pak Pirates, who are just being quite dominative as well at this point of time. Team Legacy towards the side of Moat House is also up against the side of No Chance. So fight here is somehow, you see, Tanya is happening most of the locations out there, because we did thought that maybe teams might fall on to the ideal drop location, but the drop location is also some of the safest location in Purgatory. We then got to see quite clash in some of the hot drops area, and that really puts them, if not in hot drops, so in the safe location as a clash.
Absolutely, it is not a safe location. But then two teams deciding to go passive on the grounds of Moat House, well, sharing the grounds as well, but don't want to pick up a fight. And Team No Chance have had upper hand every single time in terms of zone prediction. So I really would want to see where the circle is. Is it inclusive of Moat House? Talking about Marble Works, we have got Team Pirates here, and they look safe as well, not sharing the grounds with anyone. They have got one lurker for the team, or maybe the scout, the biker for their team, and that is exactly the meta for Team Pakistan being created. One player is always on the bike, very away from the teammates to spot out or maybe to get the perfect hideout location for the team, or maybe if they are willing to pick up a fight, so which angle would be the best one. At least we can pre-predict that mainland is the massive area where the circle is inclusive, and three player in one jeep. Now, Team No Chance is on the verge of picking all the risks possible. Nobody would want to pick this sort of a risk, but Team No Chance is ready to pick this chance.
Well, it seems as if they are quite, gambling from their rotation because maybe they might know that there's no players nearby. And are we really seeing this? Each and every team, each and every player here is choosing to go for the rotation. Even Virus, alongside his teammate, well, shots finally are being fired from the side of Team D60 Gaming. Team D60 Gaming, let's see that controlling towards the side of the Brasilia area. Will they be able to get some more location? Because the first play zone is already here with us, and it's even started to shrink in towards the side of the western hand, area. Now, having mainland as the first zone, you would not want to, just make sure that you are thinking or giving a second thought to it that which island would be the end zone. It's definitely going to be the mainland, which is quite a sure thing. But then again, teams have to go in an ideal location because Purgatory is that one map where no matter what happens, end zone is really going to be quite a very advantage or disadvantage to you in case if it favors you or unfavors.
Yeah, definitely. If it is going to be favorable or unfavorable, because circle is one of the key points on the map of Purgatory, where you have to make sure you enter the circle as early as possible, grab the compound available as early as possible, because it is Purgatory, the land of open fields, open grounds, where you don't get the multiple compound buildings available, hard compounds available. And if you keep on using glue walls every now and then on the move, on the way, that can be very, very difficult later on, because you end up all the loot that you have accumulated very early on. And right now, if you have a look at Team LA, they have got the Heavens compound of the grounds of Brazil on the northern side, and that is the compound of Curse. The team to accumulate that before the third circle always tends to get eliminated, and it has been a history that there's not even a single team who lands here or maybe picks up the rotation here and gets the control of the seven compound and doesn't get eliminated at all if they are before the third circle. And if not, they tend to go survive until top 2, top 3. And right now on the grounds of Brasilia, one of the most heated up location for sure, as all the teams are gradually they are crossing the paths in terms of vehicles, in terms of foot rotations as well, but nobody wants to pick up those fight. Everybody wants to go very safe. Blimp just above the head of Team No Chance. Grenade launcher might again come in handy. Let's see who's going to grab that grenade launcher and grab the kills later on. Talking about kills, Richie Rich is being attacked by Papa right now with the VSS shot connections.
Well, VSS is that one unreliable weapon which you cannot just continue with it till the very last zone, because in case your opponents have a good level 3 armories, then it really depends at how many bullets are you connecting in. And even if you have an advantage, given that your opponent is not onto you, you are just showing backs to them, it's very rare chance that you give your shot and he actually does not retaliate back or maybe even react. There goes the eastern side of the rotation. Well, there is a fight between the side of Team Legend versus the side of Team Legacy, who are towards the side of top western area. Seems as if Virus is still kind of AFK, but then again, Lumbermill being an area to watch out for, because Team ROK is playing on the edges, and so is Team Soulbreakers as well. Well, Team Soulbreakers, really, let's hope that will they be able to come inside the top 6, because now if they would just fall apart at this point of time after losing 2 players, this could be the start of an end for them, because they do really not want to make sure that having some mistakes could give your opponent such an advantage that if any team out here is winning and winning with, I guess, almost 15 kills, maybe they could really have a chance to overtake them, even if they add up some of their points from the earlier maps.
Absolutely. And the way you mentioned it, it can be the start mark of the finishing or getting eliminated, and they wouldn't end up into that sort of a risk. That I'm very sure of, because now the chances are reducing to go towards qualification with five more matches remaining. And look at the circle, it only consists of mainland. And I'm happy to see this trivial circle, finally, to see this trivial circle, which doesn't include any water routes, no rotations coming in from any island. But look at the southern island, that still consists of two teams. Now, rotating from there is going to be the cause of concern, because zip lines will be already gate kept, so will be the bridge blocked. So rotation is equal to getting eliminated, and they are already tanking up lot of zone damage. And the team men in black, they are on the grounds of ski lodge, which is no more part of the circle, but they are very close through the feet, not using vehicles. That means they are willing to go ahead and get the sneaky entry within the circle. Not so bad, because if we compare the map of Bermuda to the map of Purgatory right now, all 12 teams are still intact, though various teams have lost players. We are in short of 6 teams, and right now Team Hotshots racing into the F1, all 4 players with their own McLarens and buggies, and crossing the bridge into the stylish way, and nobody to block them.
Well, I mean, quite some interesting rotation yet again. Team, I guess HS it's gonna be who will be playing from the side of Team Hotshot. Well, they earlier, in the other battle royale games, we do see these vehicle being a very important factor, not just acting for a medium of transport, but also a medium of cover, which really helps you to get some crucial covers in case the end zone doesn't favors you towards a compound or leaves you out there in the open at the fields area. We did talk about Team ROK, who are just rotating from the side of the lower island. I think this is the last team to leave this island, because then again the second zone has started to shrink in Team Legacy up against the side of Team D60 Gaming. The upper hand advantage is for the side of Team D60, but still we have a third party team waiting, who is going to be Pak Pirates, and this fight is going to turn out to be quite interesting, because once you have got trapped into such lower reach disadvantage, it's very hard for you to just get out of it. War is still taking that zone damage. Now it's increased to 2 damage per second, and as soon as the zone just gets strengthened, it's gonna increase to 4 damage per second. So you really do not want to waste each and every healers of yourself for the very early start before even getting engaged in any sort of fight, because that really limits your utilities in the end zones.
Absolutely, and you wouldn't want to limit yourself, you wouldn't want to go handicap yourself. And now Circle is closing in as well. And I like the way Soulbreakers, the team to take away the massive booyah, are getting eliminated on number 12. That is
Oh
the
my
last
God.
thing which I could have expected, which you could have expected. And it is always
Yes.
Free Fire Battle Royale. Expect the unexpected. Freeze bomb coming in from Team Hotshot right now, and UAV also deployed to get the exact intel about where the opponents are. The cover of the blue walls, cover of the rock shall be working good. And look at Men in Black Ranja confirming the knock, confirming the kill with the grenade, and the trade coming in from Sika in the exact same pattern. Men in Black versus Team Hotshot, the team into the midsection after getting the first number 1 team down on the knees, or maybe back to the lobby. They are making sure of to fighting against each other, being tough competitors here. They want to eliminate their tough competition, and that is exact way. Right now it is going to be Hasu, so going to take down one more player with one more 2. It is going to be 3v3 affair right now, fight of the equals, cutthroat competition.
Well, then again, we see, quite some fight back from the side of Team
Wow.
Black, but there is a very good opening. He gets a knock out of the vehicle. That was quite some good situation to look after, but I guess it's just the third party which I'm anticipating from the side of Legend Style. And what's happening? They're just trying to get himself inside this fight. Hotshots are here getting trouble, and there goes another damage. This damage is going to get capitalized. Enigma here takes down Shika, takes down the confirmation. 3 kills is up for the side of Team Legend Styles, and yet again they did not want to limit themselves here, going on for more kill. What a third party it's been. Both of the teams from the side of Team MIB still surviving, and it's gonna be forward as well. So yeah, who is gonna get spotted here, but Team Hotshot, one solo player remaining, he is gonna make sure that he falls off. And what a third party it's been. How more entertaining could this fight get?
Absolutely, the fight is getting way and way more entertaining, and for the casters for sure, for the viewers for sure, but for the players, it is turning very, very crucial, very, very critical. Talking about Rocky right now, he is having M1887 into his hands, and he is using SMG Thompson right now to get that knock possible. He could not get it, but ultimately he will be able to accumulate that. Romeo down on the knees, Papa down on the knees. It is all up to Rocky. How long will he be able to survive? He wouldn't be allowed to survive. Team Legacy will be sent to lobby, and Rocky, as a savior, will not attempt to give revive to his teammate. And talking about Team WLD, we picked up the advantage here, took down Rocky already, and now Team WLD is going to choke to zone one by one. Players are being taken down, and once again, the zone prediction coming in from No Chances just on point. They are within the center of the circle, just like they went to the map of Bermuda. Coming back to Team ROK, 4 frags already. The team to get the early frags, they are still surviving as a trio.
Well, down to just a solo player. Let's see that how this solo player, WGD is gonna perform. Lahore Tigers, even last map they did got eliminated at the very 10th position. So this time they are at the top 8, but I don't think that it would really help them come towards their ideal, vision which they have for this current tournament. They really see them not less than a top 6, and that's where they really need to fight and give them chance to even get recognized. Insanity, meanwhile, gets denied at the side of 8th position, which really leaves all the teams to come inside top 7. And any team eliminating at this point of time would get more than 3 to 4 points. Well, Hitman seems to be unstoppable, gets another frag, and that's going to be some interesting factor to look after. But zone has started to shrink in. Lahore Tigers, meanwhile, is just holding his angle off, but Team Hotshot gets denied, and Lahore Tigers also get gatekeep from the side of Team No Chance. And No Chance made us get our top 5 teams, out of which Team ROK is still alive. They are up against the side of Team PK, who are just towards the side of the Western and area. Legend Style is still alive with us, and No Chance. Let's see how are they gonna perform. 4 teams and 15 players. Let's see what's gonna happen. Well, Pak Pirates, being the team out of the play zone, gets taken down. Zed is gonna take down Titan as well, and okay, Blackhawk comes up with a good use of utilities, but does not land quite a good damage onto Khan. Well, you see, this is what we did expected. End zone being towards the side of this open area. Khan being that one game changer who could really just maintain his position. He's the only player whom you could really expect to be the closest towards the side of safe zone, and being the only solo player surviving from the side of Team ROK, he really need to make sure that he is able to add some ideal, positioning points. Here, Team PK is trying to get inside the zone, but then again, the fifth zone starts to shrink and only 5 seconds is left, and the siren goes on, but Khan gets denied. Team ROK is gonna get taken down at the very 4th position, leaving with us with top 3 teams and 11 players. Well, this is gonna be the chance to shine for the sign of all of these teams who need to come inside the top 6, position. Here with us, it's gonna be Team No Chance up against the side of Team Legend Style, and one and only Team PK is also here. It's nothing but a 4v4v3 scenario where all the 3 teams will be competing for that. But yeah, Blackhawk just tries to fall back, uses his utilities, causes some sort of damage, but then the DJ also comes in. Blackhawk with a shotgun. Let's see that max 7. What sort of damage is it gonna be? Zed comes up with the opening. That's another frag. And Team Gods, they are just looking quite competitive at this time. Point of time. Team No Chance is making sure that the third party works quite well in their favor, but Legend Style yet again goes on for the opening, and that's gonna be another quite opening from his side. Triple kill is already up here. Umair being the solo player surviving. Let's see that what's gonna happen. Godless takes down Enigma, and this leaves us in a 1v1v3 scenario. Given the numbers advantage, Team No Chance have a very high chance to win the Booyah. It's a 3v1 scenario, and now Zed is left with 0 glue wall. He is going on towards his nearest glue wall, but Legend Style also gets denied. And well, that's gonna be it. That's the team winning Booyah. Team No Chance, and Zed is gonna be the most valuable player out today. He wins it for his team, makes his contribution quite well, and that's going to be quite an amazing match number 2 for our day 1 in the Group B, Pakistani regions. Well, Booyah being secured, and that's the World Esports Cup presented by Infinix Smartphone. And a second map, I think it's already been quite some amazing scenario where we saw these teams just being so, competitive. heartbreaking is a team Soulbreaker who just got denied here at a very early point of time, and we did not even quite expected that out of being the first team, the graph would directly drop down to a nil position and they would just get denied at the very 12th position. Overall standings, what it could be would be really shown you guys on screen at a very early point of time, but then things which is going to get quite interesting and exciting from this point of time is that now the third map is going to be the map of Kalahari. Before we did saw that Kalahari is that one map where we do see teams just making sure that those are quite aggressive, have a higher chance to just make sure that they are able to capitalize on the scenario. And those team who loves to play quite passive, either they could really gamble up that the zone is favoring them, and if it does not, they have to go out there, they have to fight, and they have to fight for their own location, fight for survival, and fight to win the Booyah as well. Well, two maps and two different teams actually, winning the Booyah, which really makes things and this tournament more interesting because Team No Chance is a one consistent team who is quite capable to overcome the very number one position. Reason being said that at the first map they came second, at the second map they came first. So these all are some of the most consistent talks which you would like to have for your team in case you want to make sure that you qualify. Consistency is going to be that one key, and you really need to watch out for being consistent, or else you will be definitely pushed down a bit, just the way Team Soul Breakers have. Well, let's see. Here is the points table. Team No Chance up with 21 points. That's amazing. Followed by Team, I guess, PK, and that's gonna be Team Pakistan Pirates as well, who is made up till the top six. But Legend Style ES once again 16 points for both of these teams. Yet again, we saw that a team got eliminated at the second position, but given a less skill point would really help him, the opponent player come all the way towards the top. So even after eliminating at third position, Team PK is at the top two. Team ROK, if we talk about them, they have 12 points. Team D60 Gaming up with 8 points. PK Pirates up with 7, which seems to be quite interesting and quite amazing to witness as well. But what's going to be quite unfortunate is that Team Soul Breakers won't even have a single point contributed at this point of time. If not even a single point has been contributed, you know what I'm talking about. It's the overall scorecard, and in the overall scorecard, Team No Chance are your new, team which will be grabbing that number one position. And it's very hard to see that in the very first map, the points table are turning so drastically in a very number one position itself. Lahore Tigers, meanwhile, they came at seventh position. We did talk about a setback map, which is very important because before this, it did make sure that they are just closest to the very 10th finish point. But then again, Hotshot here with the 5 points, eighth position he will be ending in with. Insanity is here with us at 3 points. Team Legacy in the top 10, but Team Men in Black, that 11th position where they got eliminated was quite unfortunate, and it was one and only all because of Team Legend Style. The way they were just looking good with their momentum, entering and third parting these teams and making sure that they are pushed down towards a very unfortunate location, and getting third party, you really can't even give any counter to that. Only one kill being confirmed from both of these teams, which really gives only one point. So it will really be quite an unfortunate scenario. But it's gonna be map number 3 for you guys, which will be up next. What's gonna happen at map 3, that is something which we will get to see. So if you guys are new to the channel, do not forget to hit that like and sub button, because you would really get each and every update which is happening in our current tournament. And definitely, if you are a big fan of Free Fire, if you love to watch out and support your team out here, do not forget to shower your love as well to all of these teams. This is the Pakistani region. India Today Gaming presents to you this World Esports Cup, where teams are given the platform. They have been given a platform to perform their skills, to showcase the level of domination which they carry for themselves. And it wasn't just limited to the Indian region, Nepal region, and now it's going to be Pakistan region as well, which we are witnessing. So having talents from all of these tri-regions really makes this tournament quite interesting and makes the overall hype real as well, because we have been seeing most of the tournament where only Indian teams get to play. But where do you see such tournament where all the neighboring countries are also getting to participate, and not just participate but to also have an equal chance to compete, not just with all the other regions but even with their own region. Pakistani regions are just competing with their own teams, which is quite amazing to see, and it's a quite amazing. So best thing to support us, it's going to be by hitting the like and sub button. And if you guys are new, do not forget to hit the follow button on our social media handles as well, because at the scrims we did told that open registrations were quite open to all the viewers as well if they want to join in and starts their esports journey. So do not forget to follow us on the Insta and our social handles so that you are being given each and every update. And here we have a good broadcasting towards each and every language so that our viewers can have a best viewing experience. With the Free Fire map already being played towards the side of Indian region, we have the top six already for Pakistan region as well, where we saw, Team 4 Mutants, even I guess Team by Damon's Pride, who were quite dominating along with Team Alpha. But here, which six team is going to be the one who will be qualifying? Do let us know in the chat section. And let's see that what's going to be the map number 3 having for us, because it's one of those interesting matchup where teams could really not expect what's coming to them. What's coming to them, it's not just the zone, it's a situation. Those situation will be that either they can be at a very bad disadvantage where three teams are surrounding them and they have to open out to the ideal location and go on for a rotation, or else some situation could really be advantageous to yourself, that maybe if you drop down towards the side of Bayfront or maybe confinement, and even sometimes we see refineries, an option play zone totally favors you and you don't even have to go on for a rotation. Just have your 4 players advantage. With the 4 players advantage, just make sure that what happened, you just follow up the zone and keep the pace on. This is really going to be quite some interesting scenario where teams will be pushing on to the limits of themselves and making sure that they will just be able to qualify for the next current phase. This next phase, it's going to be both of these groups competing against each other, the top six from both of these groups. So when each and every teams, we have a pool of teams who are competing, top teams are coming, then again from the top teams are coming, them from the topper to toppest. So when you see all the top teams overall who will be gathered at the very finale phase, where 4 teams from the side of Pakistani regions, 4 teams from Nepal, and 4 teams from Indian region, this is going to be such a banger show. This is going to be such an amazing thing, because each and every team, they won't be Team Soulbreakers, Team Total Gaming, Team Alpha, Team Demon's Pride. They won't be no longer their names. They will be representing their own region, they will be representing their own country, and then the pressure and the pride will be at stake, which is going to be quite some ideal situation. These teams are competing for since a long time, we'll say. But then again, here we are at the map of Kalahari, and Kalahari is that one map you need to look out for. Infinix Smartphone presenting to you guys the World Esports Cup. Day 1, map 3 of the Group B stages. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left for the teams to make sure that not just they are dropping onto the ideal drop locations, but also having an ideal load and are avoiding any sort of drop clash, which is more important. Here we are seeing a drop clash happening towards the side of blue zone and the Mahmud area. Now Lahore Tigers already up against the side of Team No Chance. What? Zed does drop in, but Team No Chance at the very last second, they want to back off. Team Soulbreakers up against Team D60. If they get eliminated at this point of time, they are going to be so mad at their situation that even after winning a Booyah, winning one of the most dominating Booyah, they are just not able to capitalize and showcase their skills. Well, Team No Chance, it gets denied. That's the first frag coming from the side of Team WD, and that's a good way to start things off for themselves. Here we are seeing Team Lahore Tigers, after not being in the top 6, finally going on a bit aggressive, and what could be more better than not backing off from a drop class scenario? Well, for the side of Team No Chance, it's really going to be quite some unfortunate scenario, because they have lost their one player. Another player seems to be spotted. Yeah, and Dupty WLD is looking as if he knows each and every location, each and every pinpoint angle where he could really put his opponent in trouble. Trying to use a TPP angle, will he get that initial opening? The team is not coming up with the reinforcement. It means that Team No Chance, this solo player is on his own. But if he is on his own, will he be able to capitalize? Well, no is the answer. Koshira comes in with a good exposure from the side of GWD, and yet again he gets denied. That's the second point, the second kill, and the second player who gets eliminated from our current full stack lobby. 12 teams remaining, 46 players are still alive with us, and losing two players from the side of especially no chance. You know why it's unfortunate? Because it's happening to be, some sort of factor where the team who wins a booyah in the very next match happens to be the first team who gets eliminated. In the very first map, you did saw that it was Team Soulbreaker who won the booyah, but at the very second map, they got eliminated at the 12th position. Now imagine this being the case. Team No Chance may be the next target, because No Chance have already lost two players and they had won an early booyah as well. Well, situations would really get quite interesting from this part of time, because loot phase is initially over. Within 25 seconds, we will get to see the initial zone getting appeared, and when the zone gets appeared, it will sooner or later even start to shrink in, and then the loot phase is over, means the game has begun for survival, for the battle royal stealth gameplay. And then you have to fight for your location, fight for your rotations as well, and make sure that you are bringing yourself up to win a booyah. Well, Team God said Umar coming up with quite some opening, but he gets retaliated. That's going to be a Chrono Shield. I mean, that's not even in the meta, but still, one of the player using it gets a good, competitive advantage. Not only one, but I guess two players using it. The grenade goes quite precise. There goes the retaliation. Seems to be an overcommitment fight, because all the players are not even here to give the reinforcement. But Team Hotshot, it seems to be a 1v1v2 split where two players are directly go on for the flank angle. Team PK here maybe anticipating Shiken to come on from this point of time, but then again, it's gonna be Anas who spots him and he gets him down with a sniper rifle. What an amazing start for this fight, and this fight seems to be quite some ideal scenario. Trying to back up, it's gonna be one and only Team Hotshot dealing with each and every damage and pressure against Team PK. Now, Team PK, who had the location in their favor, who had some enough loot, yet don't have the first kill, and in case they don't have the first kill, that they really need to put on some great domination at this point of time, so that the opponents are actually getting that retaliation of pressure. And in case that does not happen, it's very unfortunate. Umar gets denied from that grenade, which is quite a good opening, and Umar on the other hand wants to fight back when open, but this is going to be a mistake for his team, and this is going to be a mistake which will be regretted for the rest of the map which they will play, because if it turns into a casualty, they won't have any more advantage. Team Headshots, well, they are looking quite amazing still, but there goes the fight to look out for. Team Soulbreakers against the side of Lahore Tigers. Well, slowly steadily just trying to aggress. It's gonna be Team Lahore Tigers. One player is gonna be taken down. It's a 4v3 scenario. Kakawai on the other hand using the shotgun. Team Soulbreakers, this is the map where I would really say that if you ask my predictions, this team could really make some amazing comeback. But what? He gets an opening, he gets a kill confirmed, and just looking out for him, it's gonna be just an early elimination. Lahore Tigers, meanwhile, gets in it from the side of Piku and Virus. The crossfire was amazing, but in the end, it did not contribute much for themselves. And Team PK, they are still alive. The fight is still on from the side of Team Hotshot, but backing off is not a answer, it seems, for both of these teams, because they are quite in the ideal locations to be inside. Safe zone also favors them, and because it's the very first zone, you would not want to just pressurize or panic and just out of no think and no strategy or no sense, you just go inside the safe zone. Well, General Bill are now alone at this 1v3 scenario. There comes a grenade, there comes an opening, and Team PK, there comes elimination as well for them. Team Hotshot, 4 kills for them, 4 points for them, and one less competitor in the very last zone, which is quite an interesting thing. Here we really need to talk about Shika here. Shika 55 coming up with 2 frags was quite an amazing contribution to overall of his team, and coming in this current zone where they will be just fighting back no matter what's happened, the fight back will be quite equivalent from their side, seems to be pretty interesting. But then comes Team No Chance on your screen. Team No Chance currently, I guess, leading the overall scorecard, being number one, is currently being the team who have lost two players at a very early point of time. Down to top 10 teams, if they get eliminated, they will only be able to, just contribute few single digit points, and contributing single digit points and against you, Team Soulbreakers already, just competing against the squad, eliminating them and still surviving could really be a interesting scoreline to look after. That which team is going to be the one who will then, after this map ends, will be back towards the side of the number one position. While rotating outside of the play zone seems as if they really want to play quite slow, and they really want to make sure that they are just able to get inside the zone and want to take not even a single risk, and not risking at this map. Well, it's a very big question mark for me, and let's hope that Team No Chance are actually having some sort of scenarios and factors in their favor as well. And the fighting chance, it's a very deserving team if you ask me, because if they have a fight back chance, they could really, not disappoint you. Well, Team Legend Style being outside of the play zone, Team Soul Breakers could be that one team causing all the trouble and really put them in a gatekeep scenario. Team ROK as well towards the side of the Western Refineries area could gatekeep the gatekeepers, but then the play zone is going to be such that it's totally favoring the opposite side of all of these three teams who have clustered. And let's see, what's going to be happening.
Yep, and yeah, it feels good once again watching the map of Kalahari. This is group number 2, day number 1, map number 3. We still have 3 more to go. After this is the first set of cycle of the 3 maps Bermuda Purgatory in Kalahari. And Taran, I gotta tell you, this has been one of a journey already. 3 maps, but after this, it's just the beginner. There's still a long way to go, and right now looks like Jack is in a bit of a trouble here. Taking a bit of heat, but he's gonna run away. He has the vehicles up. Nothing to worry about, at least for now. 10 squads in, 37 players still alive, 9 minutes in. Well, looks like Kalahari is the shortest map, but I don't think it's gonna be a quick match this time around.
Well, it's a rotational phase which have eventually came in. Teams looking out for each other but not wanting to get engaged in fight really shows up that how passively these teams are gonna get in. But then again, towards the side of the Santa Catrina area, we are seeing one and only team Insanity up against Team Men in Black. Now this really gives us a quite interesting scenario of 4v4 fight between these two teams, and both of these teams actually being inside the play zone as well, which means nothing to worry about. But Fawad here, well, he gets taken down on his D's, and now will the kill be a confirmation? Because his team is just going on front foot, but the grenade is going to be quite some good precise, and it does land some minute damage, but well, Fawad will be good enough to get the revival.
Yep, he's gonna be good for revival. Right here, ST on the other hand, they are taking a lot of, dealing a lot of damage onto the players of MIB there. Men in Black, they're not looking safer. On the other hand, Joker takes over Get Out with the auto shotgun. No chance of surviving unless it's Joker. That X10, that auto shotgun is just too good at close range. Addy will take down Rocky. So MIB, although they are the ones that's taking a lot of damage, they still manage to deal a bit more COD. I mean, that COD weapon on Ranja deals a lot. Rocky will be revived nevertheless. But Gamer YT D60 with the third party, I believe, takes on 2 players on the side of MIB. Unfortunate for them.
Well, I mean, Team MIB, 2 players are just going to be taken down out of nowhere, and still the fight goes on between both of these teams. But sooner or later, if they do not get disengaged or one of these teams do not eliminate the other one, there is going to be a third party as well, which could be expected. Team D60 Gaming, well, they get denied. One player just trying to make sure that he is able to go out alone, clutch it out for his team. Well, things didn't work out as he did plan, but there comes a retaliation from the side of A-Day. Raja, on the other hand, takes down a good knock, but all the players from the side of Men in Black are finally here with us. And the third party, which I talked about, well, welcome to the party, Team Soulbreakers, who have won the very first map with a dominating side and getting 29 overall points in the very first map itself.
Rich, that's knocked out. on the other side of the map, which means we only have 9 more squads left on the server. 11 minutes, 12 minutes more about it here. Turns out coming into play right now. It looks like it might be. They only have 1 kill. They're not, not in a great spot, but PIR, they need to make sure to revive, and they will while Itachi takes down another player. It might be, sorry, that's HS, kinda in danger, but it might be they lose a player. Meanwhile, HS on the other hand, 4 kills already to their name, still have 3 players alive. Star player for them still being alive, this is a good thing for them. But on the other hand, Gamer Whitey with the sniper takes down Itachi. Khan with the UMP45, Virus 22 goes down, and he gets tagged as well. Sika 55, that Max 7 will be a lot for him to manage, and he will go down. Oh boy, this is not looking good here, Tarun.
Well, I mean, Team Men in Black, the setback which they did towards the fight was quite an amazing situation to witness. But then Team Legacy also up against the side of Team Hotshot. Well, down to just 3 players. Abdul needs a revival and he gets it as well. But just on his opposite side, it's gonna be one and only Sawal, and he also gets taken down, which really leaves us with the top 8 teams. 26 players are still alive with us, and the play zone has totally shifted towards the side of a southern west area of the Santa Catarina. Team ROK totally trying to gatekeep each and every team, but Soulbreakers are just towards the eastern end of the side, and 3 players from the side of Team Legacy are gonna show their aggression, which could be a very big choke point, because even after you have the 4 players advantage, fighting with 2 different teams in 2 different locations and 2 different call out, it's gonna be kind of bit hard, difficult. Well, one flank is clear off. Team Soulbreakers gets denied at the 8th position, but then again, the fight goes on to enter the play zone.
Well, there you go. The grenade launcher coming in from ROK. AR7 will take down 2, including himself. That is not a good thing. Yeah, I did manage to take down 1. Let's see if his teammates are there to help him. Rocky 10 will get the kill onto Itachi. 1 goes down. Nemo AFS takes down ROK. So this is not a good thing. His team got eliminated in push number 7 because of his one silly mistake. Richie Rich will take down 1. Rocky will take down 2 players on the side of him. MIBLA will be going down. D60 Gamer goes down to Richie Rich. He is feeling really, really strong alone. Did he? Oh yeah, he did hit that shot, and that grenade should be good enough to confirm it. Oh boy, he missed it by that much. And Nick, on the other hand, with that shotgun M118, Legacy, they have not, they have not left behind a great legacy this time around, going out in push number 6. PIR, they're only 1 player surviving, that's Richie. PIR, Jack MGD, he's gonna get taken out in Pak Pirates. Quad kill for Joker. Pak Pirates get eliminated in position number 5 there. And as soon as the zone, 5th zone coming into play here, I think this is this is going to be the final zone. I don't think we need a 6th zone here, Tarun.
I mean, yeah, it's top 4 teams already and only 8 players surviving. I mean, are they even anticipating that this is what's going to happen to them? Because team here, which we are seeing, is going to be Insanity up with the 4 players advantage. Then seems to be a 4v1v1v2 scenario where one of these teams are having that dual players advantage. Well, Men in Black gets denied, leaving with us with only top 3 teams. It's a 4v2v1, and the team with double players was with Team Legend style. Damage was being dealt, yet another nade, but that does not land quite well. Now is the time of window to enter some nade, but the players are getting pressurized, and this pressure is going to be a bit punishable as well. In the other hand, if we talk about Team Insidious, maybe Insanity could really fall back to a very bad position, but then the Micro Uzi comes into play, and the solo player surviving from the start of Team D60 could really be a difference maker here. But then let's see what's going to happen, because now it's going to be a 1v4 scenario. Okay, it's a 1v1v3 scenario. This is what we were talking about. Team Insanity, out of nowhere, this aggression wasn't required, because now they are already 1 player down. They are 2 player down right now, and Team Legend style, well, they get eliminated. But in the other hand, it's going to be one and only Team D60 gatekeeping the gatekeepers, and out of nowhere, a 4v1v1 scenario. But all the situation fall towards the favor of Team D60, because Rocky is going to be the smart player. Seems as if Team Insanity, they were imagining that it's a 4v3 scenario, but that was so unfortunate. They just just went a bit quite aggressive, which wasn't quite required. But in the end, the advantage being totally capitalized, and that's why we say Kalahari being that one map where no matter what happens, any bottom team has a chance to not only give their setback but also win the booyah at the very own style. And what in the name and what in the game has this game be? It's Team D60 Gaming first time winning the booyah, and before this, they weren't just being able to capitalize; they were just losing out in the bottom six, pushing themselves in a very early elimination, and then winning a booyah. Like welcome to top six as well for Team D60 Gaming.
Yeah, but I mean, you gotta give it to them. D60 Gaming. They've been. I mean, when they were fighting against, I think MIB, I actually thought they might go down there because MIB is a really strong team and they had a position advantage, if you ask me. But then they were actually the better team, D60. Taking down the players of MIB and in the end taking down every single one in Sandy Sports. I think they had a really good chance, but unfortunately, just wasn't good enough, right? I mean, the grenades coming in from a team are okay. Self knock, that is not something you expect, and that is, I mean, especially not at this level of competition. So teams like No Chance, Soulbreakers, Team ROK, and PK, I think they need to, focus a bit more. Yes, I know it's a BO12, just 3 maps are done. We still have 9 more maps left, but if you do not bring your A game right from map number one. I mean, you don't need to get booyahs every single time, right? All you need to be is consistently
Yes.
in the top six. That's all you need to do. And if you can't do that, then yeah, it's gonna be a pretty hard day too for you.
Well, we still have more 3 maps remaining, so let's see that what's going to be the eventual, scenarios and what's going to be the overall score, like the storyline as well for these teams. But before that, let's hop into the map-wise scorecard and let's see that what's going to be the points with these teams might have contributed. Like even after getting eliminated at the second spot, is it the second spot where they are at? Well, it seems they are, cause the okay, it's not just the second spot; they are at the third position, like just pushed down quite lower because they only had 4 frags left, and that's why you can't realize that the aggression was coming in because the kill points being contributed was very very important. Winning the booyah, Team D60 Gaming wins up 12 points as a ranking and also gets the additional 5 points for their kills, totaling towards 17. But then the team which came third once again comes on to second because they have 2 extra kills. Team Insanity 4-man advantage, but in the end that does not even matter because what could have been a booyah for them does result to be only the third position and only 13 point. That mistake, that one small, unfortunate scenario where I think they have almost missed 5 point, 3 points for winning the 12th, mark, and also 2 kills which they could have got from a gatekeep scenario. Well, let's hope that the pressure being created would not be, forcing them to just underperform in the next 6 map. But then here are the bottom 6 teams as well for a third map.
Yeah, but I mean, Soulbreaker is not a great game for them, but they still have 5 kills, so that is something to be cheered upon. Team Hotshot, on the other hand, having 5 kills as well, did get eliminated pretty early, so that's why they're at the bottom half of those. They would have been at the top 6 there. Team are okay. Not a great performance from them, but you gotta give it 6 points. Still better than none. Lahore Tigers on the other hand, 0 rank points, 3 kills though. They did get admitted pretty early, but they did put up a show in that first couple of minutes. Anyway, No Chance has 1 rank point, no kill points, and Team PK, well, they are not okay. That's what I'm going to tell you. 0, 0, and 0. So that is something that you need to, start focusing on. And this is just the map-wise scorecard. After this, we'll be taking at the overall standings for all the teams and, get an understanding of where these teams stand after, 3 maps. And then we'll take a look at the overall scorecard after 6 maps. So, it's going to be a bit of a suspense for, a lot of teams and a lot of viewers as well. But yeah, you can always do your own math. But here's the thing. Right now, this is not looking good for teams like Soulbreakers, ROK, and PK. And with that, let's take a quick look at the overall scorecard. Legend style, yes. Well, they're on top here. They're on 39 points.
I mean, this is what, Kalahari got us with. First map, the lead of 29 points was up for the side of Team Soul Breakers. But, there's this, like thing which got started. The teams with wins a Booyah in the very second maps eliminated at the 12th position. Team Soul Breakers won the Booyah at the first map, but in the second map, they got the first team who got eliminated at 12th position. No Chance, on the other hand, won the Booyah at second map, but this map, they only got to contribute 2 points in the overall ranking system, and then came same Team Legend style as well. Well, Team Legend style, they not only gave a setback when Team Soulbreakers and No Chance were competing for the 1 and 2 position, but due to the map of Kalahari, they gave a setback which was quite unexpected. They come at the number 1 position, and this really is not quite major in lead because they're just 1 point behind. And this is why we love to see the teams of Pakistani region, because it's not that they are dominating, they are equally dominating. Each and every team are so close that any team could really change the top 6 and bottom 6 in the very next map. In case next map, if you see any other team winning, they could also enter the party of the podium finishes. And this really leaves a question mark for these 6 teams who are going to be Team Pak Pirates, Men in Black, Team ROK, Insanity, who had a chance to win but misses their shot. And see how close the points is edge: 23, then 1 point less, 22, 3 points less, 19, then again 19, then 3.16. Like, this region is really full of roller coasters, right?
Yep, it is. It is. I mean, it's going to be a close match. It's going to be a close match once again. Yesterday, we did see 8 teams crossing that 100 marks in that Group 1. Group 2 looks like it's going to be the same story this time around. Pak Pirates sitting on 23, 22, then on Men in Black. Close, really, really close until that top 8. Actually, until top 10, to be honest. Insanity sitting on 19, so are okay. Team PK and Lahore Tigers are the only ones, that needs to take a bit more, put in a bit more effort, focus a bit more on with these 3 maps, because if they end up at the bottom of the scorecard after the day is done, then they have some things to worry about, and tomorrow it's not going to be an easy start for them, right? But if you start off, even if you end the day on a good note, then maybe tomorrow you can start off easy and start fresh, and also a bit the pressure on your head is going to go off a bit if you at least are in the top 8.
Well, I mean, top 8 is a big pressure out there to just hold your angle off, because we did saw, some or the other map is going to be a map where things are not going to go in the right ways. Maybe there will be any third party, there will come, any scenario where you are just not able to maintain the consistency. And here's where, your skills and each and every experience which you have given the time to this game and the grind comes in, that what are you actually reacting at that pressure point. Well, 3 maps are quite done and dusted, and we have more 3 maps remaining, which means it's going to be quite interesting. So once again, thank you all the guys for tuning in. And well, before we go on and call off for a break, what do you have to say, Edge, about this whole the match which we have totally witnessed here at Kalahari?
The Kalahari was one of a match, and yeah, I mean, you're gonna be going. I'm gonna be sticking for the next 3 maps, so I'm looking forward to see what they are, bringing to the store for the map of Purgatory and Bermuda, because those 2 maps I haven't seen yet. So let's see how these teams perform on for the second time on the map of Bermuda, Purgatory, and Kalahari. But more of that after me and Tarun take a short break. But yeah, I will be back, and just not with Tarun. So until then, you guys stay tuned. We'll be taking a short break.
I've been getting out of bed these past few days. Think it's fair to be proud about it. I've quit ordering from all those fast food chains. I'm feeling better, there's no doubt about it. And my days are brighter, my shoulders are so much lighter. Just for a moment there, I thought that there was nothing more to life. I thought about it, wrote a couple songs about it. Just for a moment there, I lost myself. Mind if I be real for a minute? It's almost like everything I feel had a limit. It now gone past. Finding reasons to smile and to laugh, and whenever it's a bad day, music is my band-aid. Here the other day, I turned off all the lights. Spent an hour with my memories, and then I realized it's not all black and white. Like I was colorblind, but mentally, yeah. Now my days are brighter, just no longer feeling tight. I don't wear my PJs every day, 'cause I would rather be outside. I thought about it, wrote a couple songs about it. Just for a moment there, I lost myself. Music is my band. turns to sun rays, and on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Like you, be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one, only one. I was an ordinary boy until I broke the rules. My life destroyed, my life destroyed. Until I woke awake, scream my mind, I shout, the ground shakes. How much can I take? My mind will break. Will it break? Can I take? Can I be your superhero? Superhero. Can I be your superhero? Superhero. 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 Fly up, away. It's the first time of today. Today. To dream, believe. You are the strength, you're all I need. Need. Oh, gonna give it a shot. Only one of me to shield you all from the enemy. You're a superhero. You're a superhero. Can I be your superhero? Superhero. 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 Can I be your superhero?
Rise up from the ashes, wings on my back, stay lit like a matchstick. We ain't coming back, I swear. Just let go and see what happens. Gotta let go to see the magic happen. They got us a quick change, so we like them in phase. I just bought a new watch, time to make my wrist ring. Zero gravity. keeps elevating me. Zero gravity. They got this quick change, so we like a mid-face. I just bought a new watch, time to make my wrist red. Zero gravity keeps elevating me.
Well. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Infinix Smartphone Presents World Esports Cup, brought to you by India Today Gaming, and as always, broadcast partner Playtonia, radio partner Ishq. And yeah, I mean, by the looks of it, you could tell that Arca wasn't ready for this, but I hope you guys are ready because we are done with 3 maps. We still have 3 more to go here, Arca.
Yeah, but at the same time, from a domination coming in from one team in the beginning where they got 17 frags in the first game itself, and from then on trying to maintaining that consistency where they're being challenged every now and then, obviously you're going to be like awestruck, right? You can't expect something different coming in from any kind of team. So I would want to see how things will go from here on for other teams as well. This is going to be just the first day of this, right? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is World Esports Cup presented by Infinix Smartphone. This is going to be me, Arca. With me is going to be Edge. We'll be taking you through the rest of the 3 maps which is going to be happening in front of us. At the same time, we have been seeing how the teams are actually changing the meta when it comes to the Pakistan sector, Pakistan chapter. At the same time, over here as well, right, we saw some differences coming in from most of the teams. There were teams who are actually wanting to go for an all-out brawl. It's just that the assaulters were not getting the right kind of backup, due to which they were having some issues for themselves. And I do believe that when you give the right kind of backup, we have seen that synergy being the key thing for any kind of team is actually losing out. In case they're able to build that, then things can be much better for themselves.
Yep, that is true. Okay, that's right on point. But right now, Legend Style, yes, Soulbreakers, and No Chance. All these teams are at the top three. The teams like Team PK, Lahore, and Insanity, they need to step up, and they need to make sure that they end the day on a good note. Because if not, then there's gonna be a lot more pressure on them starting tomorrow. But here we go. Second time the map of Bermuda is gonna be played here. Last time it was I think it was the side of No Chance who came out on top. I'm not really sure. But yeah, whatever it is, let's see who comes out on top this time around. This is Pakistan group stages. Day number 1, map number 4, group number 2.
Yep, but at the same time, I want to see how this flight path is going to be different from the others, because we can see that the flight path is going right to the center of the map, right over Bhima Sakti Strip and Peak, giving an opportunity for everybody to go to the specific drop locations. For the first time, I could see that the center part of the map is going to be abandoned, even though the blue zone can be challenged by 2 teams at this point of time. It's going to be Team LS looking forward to go over there completely. A skirmish possible towards the southern side of the map, towards the side of Factory. Probably, one team would actually run away into Mars Electric as well. But let's not forget that at Clock Tower, we are able to see that MIBs are actually wanting to go there as well. So we can see that most of the teams have selected the western part of the map compared to the eastern part of the map. Obviously, not taking the central parts could be a bit of an issue for most of the teams. So let's see how things goes from here on, as we are able to see that there are few teams who realize that the teams have been dropped pretty much close to them. They'll be stacking up their farming as much as possible so that they can take the fight right into the face of the enemies.
By the looks of it, I think every team is going to be, focusing on getting as many points as they can as soon as they can. No initial fights being taken this time around. Last time, there was a lot of fights happening in the first couple of minutes. But this time, I don't think that's going to be the case here, Arca. But ROK, the last time, I think that was one of the players, I think AR7, he blew himself up, unfortunately, with the grenade launcher.
Yep.
That was a turning point because he was out in the open, he had a grenade launcher and he blew himself up, and including an enemy as well. But since he blew himself up, he was in a really tough spot and his team was at a disadvantage. So these are, the minor mistakes, and you're not supposed to do this at this level of competition. And just as I say that, ROK are in deep trouble once again. Virus with the AUG takes down Khan there.
Yep, absolutely. But at the same time, I really want to see how many confirmations are going to come in as well. We can see that SB is going to be leading everything. On the other side, look at that, kill leaders coming in. We cannot expect something from the team which is actually taking the fight every time to the enemy's face, right? As I said, the first map, the kind of gameplay they showed, the kind of assault they had done to put up around 17 frags for themselves, it's just that momentum was not picked up in the rest of the games. But this time, they are on the path for redemption. They really want to take the fight towards the enemies. They want to make sure that, they pick up that early frags and then go in for a rotation and depend on other things. SB with one already in. I want to see how well they're going to execute this fight against the side of ROK, because ROK is also one of those teams which, it's not like they're having a bad day, all right, but they're having a day which needs to be working out in a better way. They have a good kill point and rank point for themselves. They're on the 7th or the 8th position, but this map is a crucial one for them. In case they perform well, tomorrow is going to be a easy peasy day for them, or else they can be restricted as well. For now, we are able to see that these two teams are trying to take a different kind of rotation against one another. SB on the top. Virus will be that key player for them, as Hunter is also trying to push in against the enemies. Let's see what's going to happen, as LA on the other corner have already lost a player, already lost two players for themselves. Goku and Shazi has a lot of job to do. At the same time, they're revealing their location by putting a blue walls over there. Oh, look at that. They were waiting for him to come out on the open and eventually get stagnant and taken down. I really like the way that came in, changing that location from the other side. Vegeta is going to come in and clear him off as well. NC playing an amazing job. Let's see which team can actually secure the booyah in this game.
Well, that was right on point, wasn't it? He peeked and he just he saw his death. He peeked and the opponents were ready to take him down as soon as he shot his head. Beautiful positioning coming in, and just the presence of mind. RK, they're in deep trouble. They have no kills and they only have one more player alive. That is XT. UAV has been deployed, but let's see. I think he's just he's panicking. You can see it, the way he's driving. You can see that he's panicking, and all he wants to do right now is survive for as long as he can. So he's taking the long rotation, making sure that no one's in in his way. Where is he though? Oh, he's going towards that Rimnum village where PIR just left. So he's gonna be safe for a while, and he's gonna be in that second zone as well. So nothing to worry about. But here's the thing, Arka. The first zone itself, it's 25% water.
Yep, but at the same time, I don't think so, that's going to matter for most of these teams, because we can see that during the rotation, they're taking so much of assault, so much of fight, that they're going to put down enemies before they, they can actually carry out one another. So I do believe that, most of these teams, even though they're reaching the final circles, and that's going to be more towards the waterways, it's going to be, it's not going to bother, because it's going to be limited amount of people alive. 5 minutes into this game, we have only 42 people alive. It's not like one team is completely eliminated, but still the number of people already got down. So let's see how it goes.
Yep, I mean, we still have 12 teams, 42 players still alive going in WLD. They're looking really confident right now. But here's the thing, it might be they were looking confident last time around, but this time, well, they need to be a little bit more careful than what happened, because of what happened last time around. And D60, this was the same fight that happened last time. MIB versus D60. D60 came out on top. Well, looks like it's gonna be third party yet again. PIR, they are gonna be the one taking down Ranja. And we'll confirm as Jerry MG with the sniper. Oh, that's not a sniper. That looks like an M249. Yep, that's an M249 inside right now. Trying to break down every wall there is in front of him. One kill for them, one player less for everyone. Team MIB, not a great start for them. Definitely not the kind of start that they wanted, not what we expected. Because in the groups, in the invitational qualifiers, we did see them put up one hell of a performance every single time. But this time, well, let's see what happens. Team NC, no chance. Oh my god. Oh my god. What are you doing, Shira? He just walks in and gets himself a couple of kills. That is sheer confidence. That is what I like to see right now. D60 there on the back foot. They're being chased by Godless. No chance. They want to make sure that D60 has no chance. They are... Oh, Wukong. Wukong perfectly positioned. Perfectly timed as well. Casper will take down D60, but Rocky's the only survivor on the side of D60. Can he go down? Will he be able to take down multiple players? That MP5 versus M10. That M10 will always come out on top. He will take down one, but not enough. He's gonna still go down to Shira's MP5. Well, no chance. They lose a player. It doesn't really matter. And they eliminated D60 in position number 12, which means we are, we still have 11 squads. But yeah, 36 teams, 8 minutes mark. About to hit Bermuda. The map it is. Second time that we're playing it today. We're gonna be playing it 2 more times tomorrow. But for now, These 60, they're not gonna be happy about this. They are in the top 6, if I'm not wrong. Let me take a quick look. I think they're in the top 6. Yes, sir. They are in the fourth position, but I think with this performance, their position is gonna be pushed down. So not gonna be in happy squad, at least for now. But it looks like no chance. They want to make sure they make a statement already. They already have 6 kills into their favor, and only have one casualty. That is godless. But here's the thing, guys. Note 11S, Infinix Note 11S. It's already unveiled. It's gonna be going on sale on 20th December. Do not forget to pre-order it, or just be ready when the time comes, because looks like Zed wasn't ready for this, and Alone will take him down. Don't be like Zed. Make sure you check the link down in the description below. Get your hands on the Note 11 as ASAP. Alone will get himself another one. Well, we'll talk about that. Well, no chance, unfortunately. This time they were caught off guard. It's not a straight one-on-one fight. They were just caught off guard completely by the side of Insanity. But yeah, looks like Alone is having a good time. Wally, he breaks that wall. He wants to deal. He's out in the open. He has to go down. Wait. He's running out in the open, guys. Okay, does he care about the ammo, or maybe he thinks that it's not going to be enough? But whatever it is, it's going to be a fight between HS and IN anytime soon. Insanity Esports. I believe that is the side of Hotshot there. Well, they still have a lot of players live on the server, 34 to be exact. 10-minute mark just about to hit. Second zone just coming into play. And Bermuda, the classic map of FreeFire, all these teams, they've played this map numerous number of times. I'm pretty sure they know this map better than all of us. That's exactly why they're there and we're here. Yeah, 10-minute mark hit, 11 squads, 34 players. Still on the server here, Insanity Esports. Well, let's see if they can take this fight to Hotshot, or are they gonna let them pass? I think the Barcelona trick area is gonna be the hot spot for a while, because there's 4 teams there, including Insanity, Hotspot, and I think that is Men in Black as well over there, and I think ROK is there too. Well, no, it's actually, yeah, it might be. And not really sure who else is really close. Well, no chance. The only survivor is made his way back. And I mean, look at that. The sole survivors on the side of ROK and the side of No Chance. Both of them have decided to just stay alive for as long as he can. Oh my god, no. Piku, I think, has spotted one of the players, and that's gonna be it. That's gonna be the end of one of them. I believe that is the side of ROK, the sole survivor in the water. Team Soulbreakers, they are gonna be breaking his soul if they get that kill. I think they're the one who actually took down the players of Team ROK. So let's see. They do not spot the player this time. Oh no, it's actually the player of LA. Oh, my bad. It's actually the time of Team Legacy. That's in the water. Yes, the player of ROK is right next to him as well, but it's actually Team Legacy's the last player. And that zone is gonna be a problem right now. It's still, a bit of water is still is in contact. He has to come out. He uses shield. Glue wall is being used as well. But he's gonna get taken down. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's no way he's gonna be staying alive, because there's 4 players just shooting with everything that they have. COD, snipers, other snipers. Goku, he does have a really good sniper, the AWM. But can he do anything? No, sir. Goku goes down. Team Legacy eliminated in position in number 11 there. But that zone, I'm not really sure how it's gonna affect the sole survivor there on the side of ROK, because he has to make his way back into the zone right now. Because on the other hand, TRX WLD takes down Hitman, tags him, and drops him as well. Well, Arca, this has been one hell of a journey already. Taking it's been a slow-paced game, but I think it's gonna get chaotic anytime soon.
Yeah, but at the same time, did you see the kind of resources which was burnt against one player inside the water? Because they all knew that all they had to do was make it inside the circle, gatekeep that person rather than, burning most of your resources to take one player down. At least if they'd left out one player behind and the rest have gone in, it could have been better. All these things said and done. Fauji on the other side is cooking up a grenade, wants to take down the player of CL. The grenade is put perfectly, but not timed. Gives an opportunity for the opponents to actually run away from there, and the location of the enemy also being revealed. Now the push can come in against their side. Let's see whether Fauji will be taken down completely, because he's still trying to cook up a grenade as all 4 men are going all out against him. He's going to put that camouflage and try to put it to use as much as possible, but he's going to be stepping into the crosshairs of the enemy as Taka is trying to connect more shots against him. Fauji, there's enemies behind him as well. They're going to put an end to him any second now, and WLD gets their next, play down, and they're going to be putting a pointer on the other side. RDX, at one point of time, I thought that they can go in for a rotation. Eventually, they'll be ending as well. 9 teams left out as 13 minutes into this game. Let's see how things will go from here on, as we are able to see that PRI on the other corner. They have Richie playing it over here. He's trying to lead it from the front. MIB on one side. Somewhere I felt that, MIB had a very good fighting chance. And look at that. Small and basic mistakes coming in from their side. Not watching the map in all 4 corners. But PRI, Jerry, coming in from an off angle, showing that, how to take advantage of an off angle. Shows how things can be done. Gods on the other side are trying to make it inside the circle. Gentle will be probably detecting that vehicle sound coming in pretty much close to him. Jerry on the other side is not going to stop. He's detected another enemy trying to go away in front of him. He's already put the damage against the vehicle. Now the player is also trying to make it inside the hard cover. I don't think so. It's going to be possible for them, but he gets a backstab, and that is going to be a blessing in disguise for the player trying to get in. Richie wants to put the trade back towards the side of Omar. Let's see what's going to happen as this fight seems to continue towards the side of Mars Electric.
Mars Electric. Well, that has been fight zone, but Team PK on the other hand get eliminated finally. PIR Jigo will take down another player with the MP5. Well, TS, they'll lose another one. A PIR. Jerry with the Groza takes down one. Actually take down a couple. Oh, Pak Pirates. That Groza is dealing a lot of damage, and Kaka White, he gets eliminated as well. PIR. Killing spree for Jerry, and 7 kills, I believe, for their side. No chance on the other hand. Look at him. Look at Shira. Look at Shira.
Yeah, exactly.
He can confirm that kill.
Yeah,
and he will take full advantage of that.
Well, steal it away from the enemies. At the same time, revealing his location. Let's see whether he can take this uphill battle, which is going to be against him. We can see the Chucky on the other side. He's got the deadly call. He gets the damage against him. Another grenade is going to be flying towards him, not doing much of damage. The third one is going to be even more apt and perfect, putting him down on his feet. Now it's going to be important for Shira to actually go in and make sure that he confirms the kill as well with that MP40. He's getting tagged as well. 9 HP is left out for him. Now, will he be healed? No, he gets eliminated because of the zone. Job well done for Shira is what I would like to say. On the other side, Team IN is also having a good time. A good grenade coming in from the side of Richie. Rich puts down Black and giving an opportunity for him to go and cook in another one, but every corner is blocked out at this point of time, and he's got an angle where he can put up another one. That is going to be blocked as well. From here on, it's going to be important for PRI to give that opening required for Richie, but he tries to go in. Oh, everything seems to be decimating against their side. All frontal battle not working out for them. Richie will be the last man standing, falling back, trying to heal himself as well. I think it's the third party which came in out of nowhere and gave the damage against them. HS on the other side, even though they have just one frag confirmed for themselves, they seems to be dominating their control of the zone as well, and they've come in late into the circle, giving an advantage for them as well. On the other side, Team 8 having a high ground advantage. How well can they use it? It's not going to be going well for them, as LS has already seen them and started to tag them. Backhawk gets taken down, probably could be confirmed as well, as Nemo is trying to push in for taking it an uphill battle against the team at this point of time. Team HS gets that advantage of that angle which they're holding at this point of time. In case they go in and decimate the side of LS, they'll have a very good opportunity to take this booyah in the name. Soulbreaker gets eliminated on the 5th position, but I think that they've done the damage and they've got an average of 5 points for themselves.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good balance of them, getting number kills and rank placement as well. But right now we have 4 spots alive, 70-minute mark, about to hit that 80-minute. Fifth zone coming into play. It's the final zone. Pak Pirates getting eliminated by Halsey, who's with the close out there in position number 4. It's going to be the last 3 teams alive there. Hotshot is still in. Team Insanity Esports, they are still here. Legend Style are the ones that I'm actually looking out for. Let's see if they can actually get himself another booyah. But while I say that, Alone will take down one of the grenades and drop down one of the players as well. Anas will confirm a kill onto Alone there. That's going to be down to 11 players right now. It's not looking good. The zone is coming into play in 8 seconds. It looks like it's going to be a fight happening. Hotshot, they have 4 players, and so do Legend Styles. But where's Insanity Esports? I think it's a couple of players down, actually. Only 1 player that's alone. Wally will be revived out back to 4 points of health. This is going to be it. Final zone coming in here. 11 players. This is going to be the final fight that we're going to be seeing here. Can we see any more grenade kills? That's what I'm actually very looking forward to here. But looks like
but I think the grenades are actually
Insanity.
Yeah, I'm so sorry to break you through, but I think the grenades actually are, the resources are burnt out from each of these enemies, but the control coming in from the side of IN will be decimated from the side of HS. But what happens to them? It's going to be IN Wally with that Max 7, puts them down completely. LS Joker comes in from behind with that M18 and tags him as well. What a gameplay at the end moment. It was at the blink of an eye. We could see that the complete squad, 2-3 squad got decimated, and LS, one last man standing, Legend Style, ending it up in style and getting the booyah for the team. I mean, M18, I least expected the zone to do the damage and allow a player to come in and land the final bullet against an enemy to secure the booyah. But grenades were the question, but at the end of the day, it was the shotguns which came into picture and stole the limelight.
That is true, the shotguns and the zone doing a lot of damage there, as you said. It was all about the timing, and Legend Style, they pulled it off in style.
Yep.
They were patient. They, as you said, there were no anymore util left on any of the team, because, as you said, they did burn it, and especially that fight towards that water. I think that was Team Legacy.
Yep.
The last survivor in the water. So they were actually burning a lot of resources onto them. But yeah, I mean, it happens. But that shotguns, well, they do come out strong in that final close combat. You just can't beat those auto shotguns, those M118, M188, and you cannot beat that Swag 7 at any cost. Those are some things, because it's a shotgun, right? It pulls out multiple bullets at the same time. How do you dodge that? And especially when you have the zone dealing a lot of damage. That's not the first zone. It's not the second zone. That's the 6th zone. It deals so much damage. So one bullet out of those 10 bullets, coming out of the shotgun is good enough to take you down.
Yeah, but Insanity, the way they restricted the side of HS, I think the Hotshots were trying to come in. They put glue wall in front of them in such a way that, they had to come in above the vehicle. That was a very small window for them to actually make it inside the circle. And at that point of time, they had that Max 7 prepared for them to be landing all those shots. But during that exchange, there was another team trying to come in and take advantage, and that was the side of Team LS. I mean, the way they came in, Legend Styles, at the end moment, they were like, it's like, there is a saying, right? When 2 teams are fighting out, the third one comes and takes the bigger chunk. It's going to be Insanity Esports will be leading on the top, even though Legend Style took the booyah for themselves, because they've got 7 frags for themselves, and they've got a 9 rank points. A very good gameplay coming in from this at 16 valuable points is where what they'll be putting on their screens. On the other side, right behind them, is going to be Pak Pirates PP, 7 rank points, 7 kill points, a total of 14 points for themselves. A good balance is what I would like to say. Legend Style ES on the other side, securing the booyah, but ultimately able to secure only 2 kills will be It's not going to be a point of concern for sure because they've got an average of 14. But where are they standing at this point of time in the overall points table to secure that 14 points is going to be the bigger question. And they're holding a pretty good spot is what I would like to say. They are on the top, and that's why they'll be able to maintain that momentum on the top. Soulbreakers on the other side, even though they've got 4 frags, they went down early due to which, they did not have a right kind of start. Team Hotshot and No Chance. These are the teams to watch out for because No Chance has been building up their momentum. Hotshot's also been building up their momentum. No Chance on the 3rd position and Hotshots on the 5th position can give a fighting chance where D60 Gaming is actually going to go down when it comes to the overall points table.
Yep, I mean Soulbreakers, they had a good 3 maps, and after that, I would say it is not a bad map either. Just 10 kills, but still the top 6. Having that consistency is the key. They were in position number 2, and now I think they will be holding on that position. But Lahore Tigers actually, they were at the bottom after that overall scorecard after map number 3. But this match, they did better. They did a lot better than what we expected. 4 rank points, 2 kill points brings the total up to 6. Team PK, 3 total points because they have no kills. So they need to step it up. Men in Black, not the kind of performance we were expecting, not the kind of score we were expecting from them. D60 Gaming, on the other hand, bad game. That's all I'm going to say. But Team ROK, well, you need to step it up. Team Legacy, well, how can you screw it up so bad? Because this is not going to be, there's only 2 maps left, Arca. So if you're going to be
Yeah, but
sitting at 0,
But at the same time, every team is wanting to give the 100% in the beginning itself, and that is why when you're in the receiving side of those bullets, obviously you're gonna get taken down, right? It's important for everybody to start executing from the get go to make sure that they secure as many kills as possible, because that is giving an advantage for them to actually climb up the ladder. Till now, we are able to see that the rank points compared to the placement. Rank points compared to the kill points seems to be favoring the side of Soulbreaker, and that is why they're leading. They're staying on the second position. And let me remind you guys that at this point of time in the overall points table, Soulbreaker, even though they're on the second position, they have lesser rank points than most of the teams over there. So that comes up to show that the kill points is the most important thing, and most of the teams are actually aiming for it, and they're actually doing their best. And the point differences between the top 2 and the third, fourth, fifth position is not much as well. So a neck-to-neck battle from all these teams is still possible until the 7th or the 8th position. All of them have a fighting chance into the top 6 to make it in the next round, where in the next round they'll be fighting it out to represent their countries, and that is where most of our eyes are going to be set. All these things said and done, Edge, what are you expecting from the side of Legend Style? Because they're continuing the domination. They've got 22 rank points until this map. Now they've added some more in the name, right? So you what do you feel, that they can continue to dominate on the top of the table, or the lack of kill points can actually pull them down?
Well, I think they can still make it out, because they're not a kind of team that's scared to take fights. Yes, they do try to keep getting that rank points, but you're right, it might be affecting them. But I'm not worried about that, because I've seen them play really, really good in the invitational qualifiers as well. So I think there's a really good chance that they will get ample number of kills to keep them safe.
Yep.
Maybe not top 1 throughout the entire BO12, but I'm pretty sure they'll be in the top 4. So I would say nothing to worry about. But here's the thing. D60, they had good 3 games, but this game they dropped really, really low. So, I mean, if it happens again and again in the last 2 maps, then D60 have some things to worry about.
Yeah, after the next map, only we'll be able to see the overall points table. That can give a very, very different story when it come on our screens, because most of the teams do not realize where they're standing. They're just trying to play a game. Few teams believe that we have done the job to get an average of 5, whereas the other teams are actually giving the 100% to carry 10 plus points for themselves. So these are the things which we have to watch out for. At the same time, I want to see how things are going to turn out for the teams on the bottom, like Lahore Tigers, Team PK, and Insanity. Even though Insanity put up some good points in the previous game, they had been restricted from the front from the get-go of this tournament. So from the get-go of this group stages itself. So it's important for them to actually continue to build up that momentum, because in the previous game they concentrated more on the rank points, due to which they were able to secure that booyah. Let's see whether they'll be continuing to do so, as we'll be stepping into the map of Kalahari any second. So ladies and gentlemen, a small or a bleak opening for you guys to share it among your friends, so that they can also come in over here and enjoy the game. I'm so sorry, as I said, it was Kalahari. It's going to be Purgatory which is going to be played this time, and in this big map we can expect a lot of changes for sure.
Yep, I mean, I'm pretty sure you saw my expression. You're like, it's gonna be Purgatory instead of Kalahari. But yeah, I mean, we will be jumping into Kalahari later, but we still have Purgatory. So let's see how these teams do here. Second time the map of Purgatory is going to be played, and it is a BO12, guys. We are going to be having 6 maps today, 6 maps tomorrow, to not put a lot of pressure on these teams. So let's see what happens right now. We will be jumping in to the map of Purgatory, day number 1, map number 5, group number 2 of the Pakistan group stages. And Purgatory is where we are right now. Looks like Team Hotshot, they wanna take control of the central area right now.
Yeah, but at the same time, look at where the blue zone has happened. It's happened at the side of Lumber Mill, giving an opportunity for several teams over here to actually challenge them, their drop location to actually go in. And we can see that no team is actually choosing to go over there. But at the same time, the flight path going a little bit of a northern western side, giving an opportunity for teams to go to Ski Lodge will be, yeah, Ski Lodge is going to be a bit more closer compared to Lumber Mill, and that is where teams would want to be. But this time, it looks like the southern eastern side is going to be completely abandoned. Nobody choosing to go to the side of blue zone could be a point of, loss for any given team at this point of time. We are able to see at the center of the map near Brasilia, two teams are already fighting it out in a long range battle. That's going to be Gods versus RDK. Which team will be getting that first knock or the first blood for themselves is going to be the bigger question. But for now, the team on the southern side of the map have an opportunity to dare to go into the blue zone and get that heavy loot for themselves, because that is going to ultimately help in the map of Purgatory, because this is where the long range battle can actually burn your resources.
Well, no initial fights being taken this time around as well on the map of Purgatory. Last time there were some fights, this time, once again, no fights, but TS, while, looks like he's in a tough spot. Is he spotted? Oh no, he is WLD. He's out. He's the sole player here. I don't know why he wanted to do this, but he did it. He does have an MP5, couple of glue walls, but I don't think that's good enough. And that flashbang actually will flash him, and Hunter with the Magnet will take him down, confirms it. First blood, first kill, one player less, one kill for the side of SP. Already looking strong, Soulbreakers. Well, Soulbreakers starting off really good here. It was a central area, but God.
Yep.
On the other hand, Brasilia, I think it's already been looted, but let's see. Actually, it's not looted. Never mind. Maybe just a couple of things left behind Arca. But did you see the way that the side of TS, they left a player all by himself? Not really sure what they gave that was, or do you think that was a mistake?
No, I think that he was the scout for the team. He chose to actually go away from his team and make sure that, he gets the information required for the team. So I would like to see, say, things can be much more better and easier for us. And if you're able to see it in the perspective of the team, because we all know that few of the teams can actually come in. Look at what's happening over here. That is what happened. One player trying to deviate the others from, making sure that they do not watch their back, and eventually the damage is being done. MIB on the other side, I do believe that they did the right thing over here. Wali is right out in the open getting taken down. MIB on the other corner, even though they've got a loss, it's just that most of them are in cover, and that gives an opportunity for them to get all 4 men standing. They've converted this 4v4 into a 3v1 just by putting out a bait who had an opportunity to actually run away, cover himself in a very good location, and this strategy seems to be very good for me.
That, I gotta agree. Well, let's see if it works out. That's the thing. There are a lot of things that look good on paper, but the execution needs to be right as well. Well, the strat, as you said, Arca does look good to me as well, but let's see if the execution is going to be done right as well. But Team MIB, they have 1 kill, better than last time, so I'm hoping this is going to be a better game for them compared to their last performance, but we all know what happened in the first 3 maps. They did look strong, but then they just fell off. I hope it doesn't happen again. And Team PIR, that is someone I'm looking forward to. At the same time, no chance. There is no chance. Well, forget about them, because it's gonna be TST and Gods taking a fight here apparently. Let's see. D60, can they come out on top?
Yep, let's see whether they will be able to come on top. But at this point of time, we're able to see that it's going to be easy for the side of the Gods to actually rush in and dominate. Obviously, because the strategy for the side of Gods has been this, that they're going to stick together. The kind of guns they're carrying as well. Only one person is going in for a paraffle, if I'm not wrong. That is what is holding. But the rest of the squads are actually holding shotguns in their hand. But a good grenade coming in from the side of D60 can actually do the damage, give the right kind of opening. Look at that pop up with that Max 7. I was speaking about the guns in hand, and it looks like TDS on the other side will have to pay the price, as well as Gods have also gone in for a good trade over here. They've converted into a 2v2, but TDS sticking together. Hitman will be the last man standing. How well can he execute it? Not pretty good. Gods will be getting executed at TSD have rushed in at the right time on the loss of a player. They'll be getting more in the name. MIB on the other side. Look at how well they're able to execute this play. They've got all four men standing. One lurker did the job driving attention while the others came in and executed those kills. All these things said and done. Let's see how things will turn out for the other teams, because we are able to see that MIB is actually picking up the pace. And I do believe that if they continue to pick up the pace like this, they'll have a good opportunity to mark themselves or cement themselves into the next round earlier itself.
Two squads already eliminated here. 7 minutes per get free. Looking really spicy already. Team LA. Well, the last time Team Legacy didn't have a great performance. One of the players was actually stuck in the water. MIB, let's see, they're making their way towards ski lodge. Can they hold on? They have 4 kills already, so I gotta admit, better performance than the previous 2 games. Well, can they put up the best performance? Because they need it. They need to get as many kills, as many points they can in this map and the next map as well. Well, they hear the shots. Well, that VSS is on. And ROK Khan, he's not looking good. He's out in the open. He misses a few shots, WLD. But Richard Rich will take him down nevertheless.
Yeah, but look at who's doing the work on the opposite side. It's going to be Richie Rich from other teams trying to steal that kill, even though the heavy lifting was done from the side of WLD. This spot we have been speaking as the most ugliest spot for any team to actually hold on to. CL on the other side. Let's see whether LAs will be actually trying to push it against the team and trying to come and pick it up. And look at how well they're using that UAV to reveal locations of the enemies. They do understand that enemies are already gone down, so they're putting up some glue walls as the third party is actually doing the damage for them, and hopefully we'll be able to see that, you know, the team I'm so sorry, the team LA will be able to come in and execute the final kill where the team is actually running down. There it is, WLD. The last man was running away. Abdul sees him in his crosshairs. SK's shots gets connected, and that's going to be goodbye for him as well. LA on the other side, even though they were on a very good note of taking more kills in their name, will be restricted as the third party comes in from the other team, and that's going to be Team HS, who are trying to third party and make sure that they do the damage, but they do not realize that LS is not damaged at all. And right now, running into hard cover, Alpha gets into the crosshairs, but we have to see whether he'll be able to make it into a very soft zone, safe zone. Abdul on the other side falls to his death. The least expected thing to happen from the side of LA is going all against him, as HS is taking advantage of all these things.
That third party, you know, that's always a good thing. But you gotta make, I mean, if you're the one getting third party, that's not a good thing. But if you're doing it, then it's a great thing. I see a squad jet just running away with the vehicles. Well, driving away from the danger here. But Team LA, Abdul, he's bleeding. Why is he bleeding?
Yep.
Why is no one supporting him? And Abdul will be going down. Team Legacy, they give up on one of the players, and unfortunately, they are on the back foot right now. And Team Hotshot. Oh, wait, there's another team coming in. I'm not really sure what team that is. Let's see, team number 7. They're coming in. Pak Pirates.
Yep,
They
the
can
Pirates
actually
are
third-party
actually
this
coming
one.
into this picture. And this is the spot where you would not want to hold on that high ridge, right? Because a backstab comes in, it's going to be hard for you to find out where that enemy actually rushed in from. For example, let's take HS for an example over here. Their complete concentration is on the lower ground. Obviously, none of them will be seeing behind, because it's a ridge which is going to be covering their, backs, and that's going to be a bit of an issue for them. LS on the other side, even though they dealt the damage, they did the damage as well, got one frag in their name, and they've all ran away into hard cover. Now we have to see whether HS is going to watch out for their back, and even if they have to go back and look who's coming from behind them, there's a lot of traveling for them to do as well. MIB on the other side, close proximity with the side of NC. Seems to be the fight is going into the favor of LC. As of now, they have lost a player for themselves. On the other side, the Circle is going to be telling a very different story for most of these teams, as we can see that it's going to be a little centralized and going to a little northern side, if I'm not wrong. And MIB is going to be the new kill leader. This team is going to be trying to make a comeback over here because their average seems to be working out, and in this game if they get a booyah with a little bit of a good number of kills in their name, I think they'll be cementing themselves in the top 3.
Well, top 3 is on the cards for sure, but let's see, because they're still holding on. It's been 3 minutes, and they're still holding on to that same position. Team Hotshot, can they, put up a hot performance this time around and take the booyah for themselves? It might be the new kill leaders. Okay, that is something to cheer upon for them. But Team No Chance, Shira, he's actually really low and is being chased by MIB.
Yep,
who actually lost one of the players, but they have 7 kills already here, Arkham.
Yep, I do understand that, it's going to be hard for this team to actually play out from here on. But on the other side, look at what MIB's confidence have gone into. 7 frags is what they've got so far. Guru is actually leading everything for the team. But at the same time, quick scopes coming in. Abby, oh my god, look at the other side. I don't know how come, it's like they're having a competition within themselves, thinking, showing that, let's see which player actually gets the maximum number of kills. And the late rotation inside the circle can actually help them to come in, and be an element of surprise for other teams as well. As Brasilia is going to be that hotspot where everybody wants to come in. MIB coming in from the side of fields gives them an advantage. Look at that, nobody's there to backstab them, nobody's going to gatekeep them for now, as HS as having their complete attention towards the side of LA. Hardly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 teams left out in this circle. The next circle will be bringing them all into close proximities, and that is when the skirmishes can actually go bonkers. For now, let's see whether those zip lines is also going to be used, because we all know that it's going to be possible for any teams on the corner to get inside the circle. A UAV coming into the picture, it's going to reveal a lot of locations for every single team, and the circle is going to favor right to the center of Brasilia, making sure that the teams can actually come in from every look and corner. Now the question arises, can MIB infiltrate inside the circle, because they can be gatekept by not 1 or 2, they can be gatekept by 3 to 4 teams, as this long distance fight can go against them completely.
Let's see if it's going to be a close range combat, because there's 4 teams almost here in that Brasilia zone. There are 3 teams, at least for now, are okay. The team that's not having a great day, but they have great weaponry right now. I see an AUG and an AWM, and he misses. Why AR7? Well, gamer YT, he will take down Titan on the other hand. Well, AR7. That would have been an insane shot if he landed that onto the players of SOULBREAKERZ, but there's 1 player down, and Titan he's gonna be revived now. So nothing to worry here. I actually thought they're gonna let him, just die and bleed out. Well, looks like there's a bit of teamwork after all.
Yes, absolutely. Let's see how things will turn out from here on, as this head-on frontal battle is what I would love to see in a battle royale game, because that is when you'll be able to see some snipers, you'll be able to see some mid-range guns being used, M82B coming in from one side, that is Rock AR7 actually doing the job for the team. But look at the hard compound, the way it's restricting the view of the enemies for any given team. That is going to be a point of concern for any team. ROK on the other side are going to use those tables and sofas inside the compound to get a better view of the enemies trying to push in towards them. I don't think so that anybody is trying to come out in the open and trying to challenge one another. This is not the kind of gameplay we was expecting from the Pakistan chapter, because we can see these are the teams who wants to challenge the enemies in a frontal battle. They want to get into their faces, welcome them with lead. But this time the story is going to be completely different. The next zone is going to predict which are the teams which can actually again play a better gameplay. This is time it's going to be shifting right to the center. Team number 7 is trying to push in towards the side of team number 2. Team 1 is still gatekept by the side of team number 7. So let's see how things will turn out, as LS in the arms of PIR will be a point of concern for them. And for now, we're able to see that SB I mean, RDK on the other side takes down Chunky. AR7, we have been talking about this man. UAV getting taken out, and the confirmation also come in for them. See, MIB is trying to push in with the vehicles. Let's see how things will turn out for them. The ridge is going to be where they're going to be holding out, but right now they're going to be patty in the sandwich because they're coming in closer to two teams, and I don't think that's going to end well for them as one player already get taken down and confirmed as well. Let's see how things will turn out for the side of MIB.
Well, that was a twist. That was a twist. I actually thought it was going to go the other way around. But it's going to be... I actually thought a lot more fights are going to be happening. It's going to be Brasilia once again in that, fourth zone. We don't see that a lot, Arka, do we? I mean, UAV is going to be destroyed. But yeah, we don't usually
we have not
see
seen
these
this in a
zones.
long time.
Yep, we don't usually see this. This is kind of, I mean, yes, it is the center of the map, but it's highly unlikely. But here we go. It's gonna be one hell of a fight here. I cannot wait for this. It's gonna be 8 squads, 26 players. Are you ready for this, Arka?
Yep, absolutely. Auntie on the other side making use of that off angle which he's come up with. SB will want to dominate over here. Soulbreaker, how many souls can they take away from here is going to be the bigger question. Gamer Whitey on the other side has a grenade launcher in his hand. He can put it to good use as well. And let's see how well can he actually put in use. He has got a glue wall in front of it. That could be hindering him from giving his complete potential. But on the other side, HS is taking advantage. LA is taking advantage. The team to the center of the circle picking up most of the frags in their name. Richie on the other side wants to push in with that mini. He sees a player coming in and dashes him right into his face. Richie flies off, falls off, knocked down because of the vehicle. Everything is happening over here, ladies and gentlemen. Grenades, vehicles, guns, bullets, everywhere flying around. Bodies as well flying around is what I would like to say. SB on the other side holding that position will be giving an advantage to them as well. Team 4 coming in from an off angle. Team goes to split the circle. Oh, grenade launcher! T60 Gamer Whitey. He knew that the team is going to try to come in from that angle. He did not want to break that glue wall. Once the glue wall got broken, he landed the grenade launcher into the enemy's face. Virus will be the last man standing, making it inside the circle. He's going to be tagged any second soon. Gamer is still not going to stop. He's putting an end over there. But he walks into the crosshairs of Virus, gets completely decimated. That grenade launcher in that box can be helpful for any given team, but that's not going to be the case. Soulbreaker gets eliminated in the 8th position, even though they were playing well. HS on the other side still assaulting against any given team in this game. PIR, Jack will be the last man standing, taking advantage of that Max 7 from that location, picking up as many frags as possible. Let's see how things is going to turn out from here on.
Well, here we go. AR7 getting eliminated as well. Let's see what happens right now. 5 squads, 10 team, 10 players still alive. Yeah, they only have 1 more player left. That is Jack, Shaz, and LS. They have 3 players, 9 more players still alive. 80 minutes in. This is going to be the dead zone coming into play right now. 5 squads still in. He's just roaming around. Look at that team, LS. Legend style. They're roaming around in Saba. Pirates get eliminated by Hotshot. Max 7 there. And Shazi get eliminated as well. Oh no, Team Legacy gone in team position number 4. 7 more players alive. Team Legend style. Let's see what's gonna happen here. It's gonna be Anas taking down 1 on the side of team LS. Enigma goes down with a beautiful shot. Okay, gets eliminated position number 3. Blackhawk gets 1 more. Blackhawk gets another one. Anas will take 1, takes down Blackhawk. And beautiful grenade. He got a grenade kill at the end.
I mean, Blackhawk at the end, what kind of a magic did he do? He put up a grenade, put a player down. At one point of time, I thought everything was going against them. He used it at M18 at the final moment. Legend style, another booyah coming in for them. And what a way to secure that. I mean, I really love the way, the game went from there on. Legend style, it was 2 players lurking around, grabbing attention of the enemies because everybody was saying that, it's going to be hard for anybody to come into this game and use vehicles in the final circle, but Legend style do it in style because 2 lurkers going around over there, making sure they get attention of the enemies and making sure they do not, get deviated because there was 1 man right to the center of the circle. He knew that he could do the job, but the lurkers, I don't know how to put this, but yes, grabbing enemies' attention is something which is going to be the main priority for most of the teams. TG was doing it in the Indian chapter, and it looks like LS is doing in the Pakistan chapter.
Well, one thing's for sure, if Legend style, they keep getting these booyahs back to back. Well, it doesn't really matter if they do not have enough kills. They will be making their way into the top 6 because right now I think that's a 3rd booyah for them of the day. 3rd out of 3 out of 5. That's a great performance if you ask me. And this is back to back. So let's see what happens. Can they put up Booyah one more time? Can they make it 3 times in a row? Is the question I have. But Blackhawk, what a performance coming in from him. That grenade at the end, that was the moment that turned the tide into their favor. They would have gone down if that didn't come out, because he did go down, but that grenade, just before he, went down there, he was knocked. But that grenade, that's all. That's all he needed. Took down one of the player, dealt a lot of damage onto the second one, which means all his teammate needed to do was land one goddamn bullet, and he did precisely that. And it was an easy peasy game for the side of Legend Stars, and they were just roaming around on the bike. Did you see that? It was a last turn, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll just keep moving around with the vehicle there, in style, because they wanna win in style."
Yeah, but absolutely 2 games back to back. This is going to change the overall points table for the Legend side, because it's not like the new teams are actually coming in and picking it up. It's the teams which are actually on the top, still dominating, is what I would like to say. Because we saw that, in case they get another one in the name in the final map, they will. Already, I feel that they've cemented themselves when it comes to the next round, because getting those valuable 15 to 12 to 12 points in one game, 2 points is going to make it 24, gives a huge leap. And at the same time, the concentration coming in is going to be very much different. Team Hotshot on the other side were the teams doing most of the damage. I mean, we saw the way they were welcoming everybody with grenade launchers, with guns in the name. 10 frags is what they could pick up before they went down. 19 valuable points, 12 points for the Legends, 3 final pickings, and a very good one is what I would like to say. Men in Black is right behind them with 8 kills. This is what we always point out too. No matter how soon you get taken on, if you have 8 to 7 frags in your name, you'll be there in the top 3 or top 4, getting some really good 10 plus pointers for your team. It is proved yet again by Men in Black and D60 Gaming, because they had done the heavy lifting when it comes to kill points. Team Rook on the other side, concentrating on the rank points, will be going up with 2 frags in the name, 10 points for them. Legacy on the other side with 9 points, because they were also concentrating on rank points.
Oh, here's the thing. Hotshot, yes, they did really, really good. 10 kills. Well, Legend Style, 3 kills. And you were right when you said, Legend Style, they only keep getting that booyah and not kill points, which might affect them in the long run. And I think I see why right now, because that's a huge gap. 10 kills to 3, that is a 7 kill difference right there. Yes, they do have good total points here on the side of Legend Style, which means they can still keep their top position. But there is a huge difference, a deficit, I would say, when it comes to the kill points, because 8 kills and 10 kills on the teams that are in top 1 and top 3, well, that's something to worry about. Well, talking about the bottom half of the scoreboard, Pak Pirates, 6 rank points, 2 kill points, bring the total up to 8. SOULBREAKERZ, unfortunately, not a great game for them, have 2 kills, but only 3 rank points, which brings the total up to 5. No chance this time around, had no chance of making it to the top. 2 points, 1 kill point, 2 rank point. That brings it all up to 3. Team PK, unfortunately, sits on 1. Lahore Tiger, once again, a bad performance, a disappointing one. Insanity Esports, well, did not see this one coming. Well, they're sitting on 0 here.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Because in the previous game, they were the team to secure the booyah, and this time they were getting restricted. I mean, Insanity was one of those teams who were there in the top 2. I'm so sorry. It's like Legend Style was the people who could secure it, but Insanity, we saw them that they were restricting HS from making inside the circle and then stopping them before they got laid down. But it was a good job coming in from their side as well. Insanity were doing a good job. So this time they were restricted really bad. The overall points table, my fingers are absolutely crossed at this point of time, because every team's fan will be looking forward to see whether their team have made it or not, because every single time we're able to say, even though Legend Style is the team taking the booyah, the other teams are actually concentrating their firepower of getting those skill points, and they're actually laying a lot of bodies here and there, giving an opportunity for the others to actually come in and change the tables for themselves. Because head-on battle is what we'll be looking forward for in the Pakistan chapter, and that has been proved to us every now and then. Even in the final circle at Brasilia, we did not expect anybody to play it so safe, that in the final circle we still had 3 to 4 teams still fighting it out when the circle started to close in. And that is the kind of gameplay we would love to see at the end of the day. This map actually came in like an old school map of purgatory, challenging everybody until the final moments of the game. Wanting to see more of such games coming in further on, we'll be stepping into the map of Kalahari. What do you think? It's going to be the same way, or it's going to be a topsy-turvy turn when it comes to the circle?
Well, I mean, the last time at the map of Kalahari, we had a pretty lengthy game from what I expected. I actually thought it was going to be done within 30 minutes, maybe fourth zone at max, but it took us to sixth zone, dead zone. So this time around, I think it's going to be something similar, but we never know because it's going to be the final map of the day, and every team is looking to take down the top dog. So, and I mean,
Yep.
especially the teams that are at the bottom half, right? So they have nothing to lose here moving on forward into the second day. It's going to be the sixth map, the
Yep.
final map of the day here in the Pakistan group stage. It's group number 2, that is. We still have 6 more tomorrow. But yes, if you want to, have a good day tomorrow, if you want to have a good start tomorrow, you better have a good end today. And if you do
Exactly.
not have a good end today here in the map of Kalahari, if you don't bring out your A game, tomorrow when you start, you're going to have that fear in the back of the head. Like, if you do not get enough points, you might not make it. So if you're at the bottom, maybe let's say 10, 11, and 12th position, you at least need to make sure that you get 15 to 20 points in this final map of Kalahari.
Yeah, but at the same time, in case you are not starting off, you're not ending it to where today. You just said that tomorrow it's going to be at the back of your head. But let's not forget the pressure which is going to be built up on you to actually go start the day with a get go itself. Like it's a do or die situation from the first map itself, and that pressure can actually hinder your performance. Make sure that you can't give your 100%. At the same time, your A game is not going to be there. At the same time, the teams on the bottom have to learn to adapt to one thing, because once a plan A is not executing for you in the first map itself, you have to, once one or two players gets taken down, it's important for you to immediately adapt to the plan B. It's this is the hardest phase for any team, is what I would like to say, because we have been seeing a team which is going to be all out aggressive. As soon as they lose their support in IGL and only assaulters are left out, the point for the assaulters is always going to go in and take that enemy down. But still, that's going to be hard for them to change it. Eventually they'll have to start playing like a support or a medic, where they have to hold back to their momentum, where they have to hold back to their true gameplay and play from there on. So it's going to be hard for them to actually take that shift. In case they're able to do it perfectly, in case they're able to adapt to plan B immediately, I do believe that they have a very good opportunity from there on to come into the final circle, then give their 100% and get that booyah in their name. So all these things said and done, let's see which of those teams on the bottom will be actually going into plan B, or the teams which are on the top who will be continue to execute the same gameplay they're doing right now.
Well, here's the thing. We were talking about the strat being really good, but the last time execution was not on point from the teams. But this time, let's see if the strat and the execution are on point, because it's one thing having a good strat, it's one thing executing it as good as it sounds. So let's see, because it's going to be the final map of the Pakistan group stages. I mean, day one, yes, we still have one more day. I do get it, guys. But yeah, we're going to be seeing the map of Kalahari for the second time today, jumping in with 12 teams, and every single one, they are going to be trying to make a statement here in this final map. One last time for today. Here we go. Map of Kalahari, day one, map 6, group number 2, Pakistan, group stages, Infinix Smartphones World Esports Cup.
Yeah, eventually this is going to be the final map of the day, ladies and gentlemen. The last time for you to get entertained. But in case you're feeling disheartened, this is the last one. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button over there and make sure you hit the bell icon, because tomorrow, as soon as we come, things can be very, very different. Foundation is where the blue zone is going to be the flight path, almost going to the center. Council Hall is where the first skirmish is going to start off. It's going to be WLD taking off the side of HS. I would want to see which team is going to come out of here, because we all know both these teams need those skill points or rank points to maintain the momentum which they've built so far. And we can see that the flush blood can be coming any second soon. What a way to fall into the into a place where there are guns. It's going to be Kingfisher coming into play and being used as well. It's going to be Kaka on the other side who gets detected, but he's got that Mac 10. But eventually Mac 10 is not going to be enough, because the crosshair placement is going to be much more important for you. HS is going to be leading from the front, and they are actually assaulting the side of TS. 2 frags already in their name. Let's see how things will turn out for the side of HS, as we can see that it's going to be one player already in the crosshairs of Dr. X, who's also being tagged at this point of time from far away with that XM8. One more shot into his head could actually put an end or put him on the knees. And on the other side, Ashu is going to be wanting his teammates to actually group up and take them down. While on the other side, oh, an off angle coming in from the side of Sika is going to put him down. The confirmation can be coming in any second. There it is. The confirmation comes in. HS leading it from the front, making sure that they get this fight from itself.
Well, that was a quick fight. Did not expect that to happen, especially here on the map of Kalahari. Was expecting a bit more slower paced gameplay coming in from all these teams, but guess what? They have different plans in head right now. Well, Hotshot, they already have 3 kills. Starting off strong. They are ready to make a statement. They want to end this day on a high note. I think the only survivor there, the team number 11, I think he has a AUG. So that is a good weapon. But let's see, Lahore Tigers, once again, if they get eliminated in position number 12, well, Arakat, starting tomorrow, I don't think they are going to be in a good mood because they will be at the bottom of the scorecard after this if they get eliminated in position number 12.
Yep, but at the same time, what I'm looking forward for is the kill points, which is being secured by most of the teams, which is actually helping them over here. Because in the overall points table, even though if you don't have enough placement points, if you have the right kind of kill points for yourself, then it's going to be easy for you to go into the next round, and that is going to be the point of concern for most of the HS. The last man was lurking around here and there, eventually gets into the crosshairs of Shovel, is what I was like to call him, and he puts him down. 77. Heavy lifting already done by the side of HS. From now on, they can rely on playing it a little more safer until the final circle and then taking the fight to the enemies. But if they want to continue to maintain that momentum of getting that people in the crosshair, because it seems to be working out for them, we can expect them to put down more bodies as they're going to continue their rotation to the center of the map at Refinery, because the circle falls in right to the center.
Oh, right to the center it is. It's gonna be one squad gone. Team Hotshot. Well, I'm gonna be looking out for them now. I was actually looking out for the teams like Legend Styles, because I wanted them to win again. But this time have a bit more kills, and I actually wanted No Chance to put up a really good fight. But I think Hotshot is like, guys, maybe you should focus a bit more on us as well. And they did start off really, really strong, taking up grenades. Let's see what happens here. Those grenades, they always come out handy. Always, doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be the first zone, second zone, doesn't really matter. They always come out handy because they deal, and that area of effect, that is what is great when it comes to the grenades. And grenade launcher, well, we did see a couple of self detonations last time. Hopefully this time it won't be the case.
Yep, because everybody have understood that it's better to use the grenades in a mid-range fight rather than a very close range fight. Because if it's a close range fight, rather rely on grenade launchers. We have the right kind of ammunition for your grenade launchers, and that seems to be getting into everybody's senses, because everybody does homework, right? As soon as they go home and they see their matches being played, they understand as to how the projectile is actually backfiring for them, and once something is not working for them, they have to change it immediately. And I do believe that most of the grenadiers are actually doing that. Let's not forget that even when we had a very good grenadier in the game of FreeFire, like Radhe Thakur, not having a good time in the first day, second day he walked on it, the second day when they started to assault the enemies, they were in a very, very good spot. But on the other side, ASP is actually making a lot of sound as they're going to enter in. They try to take down Vegeta, and they think that, and I guess that they have done it. This could be the point of concern for the side of any team, because they are losing players because of vehicles. They're not getting into cover as soon as they hear it, and that could be a bit of a problem for them as well. NC on the other side losing one player, giving an advantage for them. Zed on the other side almost falling down for his death, giving an opportunity for SB to still dominate in this fight. They hear that Zed has already gone down. They want to confirm a player as well. They confirm him. Zed is also was walking into the crosshairs, somehow survives. In case they had seen that Zed is also coming in for revival, they would have waited it out and cleared him off as well.
Well, No Chance looks like they have no chance of making a comeback in this particular game. They only have 2 players alive, but it's not going to be an easy fight from here on forward. It's going to be 6 minutes and 11 squads still alive. 42 players still going in strong. SOULBREAKERZ, 2 kills already and 4 players still active. Well, you gotta keep an eye on them. But on the side of LA, once again, Team Legacy. Let's see. But here, SOULBREAKERZ, they're taking a fight against Pak Pirates here, PIR. This is going to be interesting. Both of them on the high ground, so no real disadvantage to any of the teams. But Virus, I think, has a slight advantage of him being a bit higher than everyone else, and also having a sniper. Well, that always, sniper rifles are always something that you need to be worried about, especially when they have the high ground advantage here, Arkham.
Yeah, absolutely, because this is a map of Kalahari we are speaking about, and it's important for everybody to understand and realize that here even though it's a small map, that long range fights or the snipers can actually do the damage. But on the other side, we're able to see that SB also has a camouflage for themselves, and they are playing it in a very good way. 2 frags already in their name. They're not doing any kind of wrong decisions as they're holding this position. We know that in this map, holding that refinery spot is always giving an advantage for any given team. So let's see, how things will go from here on for most of these teams, as we're able to see that MIB on the other side is coming in from an off angle. Probably they're coming in from the side of command post, but I don't know, the launchers probably they were coming in from the command post or the bayfront area, but they're landing at the right spot, not jumping into the anybody's jaws so that they don't get churned. But at this point of time, one more thing what I would like to say is that Team LA is in close proximity. In case they had seen MIB was pretty close to them, they could have taken them down, and that is what Virus has done. Already done the damage for them, as Drew will be the person over there who's trying to run out in the open. He also gets taken on. MIB will be suffering because SB knows very well how to gatekeep people. 5 frags for themselves. One last player for MIB is going to be there. He has grabbed attention of Team LA, and let's see whether LA will be third partying and making sure that they grab away one last kill of this opposite side.
Well. That was just a twist of tails there, if you ask me. But anyway, Soulbreakers still looking strong. 5, that's a boost. Look at that positioning coming in. Piku dead. The teamwork and the positioning. I mean, this is fun to watch. Let's see if it actually pays off. If it pays off, then it's it's good. But if it not, then yeah, I mean it is a good strat. But unfortunately, not working out. But the first zone once again, actually the second zone, sorry, it is going into the center of the map. Not really sure what's happening because we usually don't see that a lot. That zone, making it at the center, making it to the center every single time. But let's see, maybe the third zone is the one that's going to be, flipping the tables and making sure that everyone goes ham. But right now, Soulbreakers and Pakistan Pirates. That's the fight I'm waiting for.
Yep, absolutely. IN on the other side coming in. Insanity is the way they were assaulted in the previous game. They will be in the path of redemption. They really want to put some kill points on the board because only replacement points cannot get them into the next round no matter how much they have. It's the kill points which actually matter. In case they're going in for placement points, they need to have a lot of it. Like they need to get a lot of it. Alone on the other side, trying to move alone, lurking around, alone actually gets into the crosshairs of somebody. At this point of time, probably he'll be on the safer side, but Abdul, being the grenadier, has done most of the damage against any given team so far. I can hear a grenade is being cooked by someone, and it's been thrown as well. Shazi on the other side gets it a bit more closer. He gets away from that radius of the grenade itself. On the other side, Abdul is cooking up a grenade. Shazi gets taken down. Abdul's grenade is going to do the damage, but doesn't put a player down. LA at this point of time are on the verge of getting eliminated. Ian gets taken down from far away. It's the gods coming in and making sure that they also third party into this fight. But if gods executed perfectly, then that could be a blessing in disguise for the opposite team, as insanities can get erased in the beginning of this fight itself.
Let's see, Team Legacy, can they put up this beautiful fight here? That's the question that's the question I have in my head right now. Insanity versus Legacy. Looks like Insanity, they might have a slight advantage here because look at the positioning coming in from them, and at the same time, look at the positioning coming in from the other team. That is, oh wait, gods. Oh, I actually thought they were going to third party this, but Legacy, they are on the other side of this house, and at the same time, Insanity, they're on the opposite. Whoever makes the first move, they need to be on point. But here, Richie, he wants to take down Hasu, but it's going to be Zach actually coming out with that kill. Takes down another one. Will confirm it as well. Hotshot. After the great start, looks like they're finally starting to fall apart here, Arkham.
Yep, eventually, the zone, you shouldn't challenge the zone at any given point after the second circle, because the third circle is going to make sure that it decimates you, because the kind of damage the zone gives you in the third circle is really, really bad. PIR on the other side, it looks like they are actually having everybody in the crosshairs, but the closer fight which is happening between I and LA seems to be intensifying, and Insanities get taken down, even though that they were the team, who are having a defending side, or probably the lower end when it comes to the overall call. LS on the other side have rushed in. They do realize that they can take advantage of the fight which has happened over here. M10's coming into play as well. It's going to be Guru on the other side with that M18 healing himself to full potential. He wants to welcome anybody into the crosshairs with that, M18 as well. Oh, there it is. But LS are going to be a bit more sharp at that point of time. Goku gets taken down, and it seems like they're going to be abandoned by their teammates. LA on the other side, 5 frags already in their name. LS trying to come in and take this fight against them. Let's see whether LS will be able to counter this back. Blackhawk takes the player down. Abdul raids himself, giving an opportunity for the side of LS to actually rush in and clear the complete squad out. Let's see whether they'll be taking advantage of it. Abdul and Shazid are going to burn all their resources when it comes to glue walls as well as grenades, because things are not going their way. It's going to be the zone also doing the damage for them. LS Joker on his feet will be eliminated, as well as CST have come in as a third party, and this could be the blessing in disguise for the side of LA.
Well, Abdul will get knocked out of the play zone. Let's see, he's gonna get eliminated as well, so this is not gonna be a good thing here. Anytime soon, Legacy get taken down in position number 8. D60 Gamer is gonna be the one doing that. But let's see, 13 minutes in, 7 squads still alive, 24 players still going in strong, okay. They are still alive, but here's the thing, they have no kills whatsoever, Arca. That is not a good thing, if you ask me. But SOULBREAKERZ, 7 kills already, and they are still looking strong. Take an Enigma there on the side of Legend Styles, but okay. Hunter goes down, but did you see that teammate? He ran. He wanted to help him ASAP and revives him. Rocky gets a kill onto Blackhawk. D60, they only have 2 more gods. Have 2 players down and 2 players out. Crows are dealing a lot of damage with the silencer as well. But D60 Gaming, they still have 2 more. Let's see what happens, Arthur.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry for cutting you in. I was just pointing out something, that the height advantage coming into play over here. And you were saying?
Yeah, well, it's the same thing, gods. They still have 1 more player because Fozzy just went down. I don't think he can be revived anytime soon. ROK, can he get any kills is the question I have in my mind right now. Manas is gonna take in 1 more shot. That's all he needs onto Enigma. Come on, Khan, you can do this. ROK, they need to have a good game this time around. Gods, that's Team PK. They get eliminated. In position number 7. LSKK1A, they get eliminated. Legend Stars, no booyah for you anymore. Because ROK come on top. They will take 1 player down. And that's a good start. They're in the top 5 this time around. They're at the bottom half of the scoreboard every single time, but this time they're at the top 5. See, it feels good, man. But D60, they still have 2 players. ROK, they're in deep trouble because there are going to be a lot of grenades being thrown in from D60 Gamer. Rocky's right next to him. Let's see if they can do anything. SOULBREAKERZ, I think, are going to be the favorites right now, moving in to the 5th zone. Right now, 15-minute mark coming in. Let's see what happens. ROK, only 1 kill. 4 players still alive, though. Can they do anything? They have a really bad position when compared to other teams here, Arka.
Yeah, but at the same time, Pakistan Pirates are the team on the top. They can go in for a heal battle because they have nobody to backstab them. Whereas the other teams on the bottom will be fighting it out with one another, and they're going to be watching it from the top. Look at the grenades being tossed from the side of DC Gamer. I think he's pulling the wrong strings at this point of time because he gets detected. He's going to be assaulted not only from the top but also from the bottom. He loses Rocky. He'll be the last man standing at this point of time. Again, burning his resources. That was the last grenade he had held for himself. He doesn't do any kind of damage, but eventually gets taken down. He could have concentrated his fire below rather than taking it on the top, and uphill battle will always never go in your favor. Rock on the other side wants to push in as much as possible. SB on the other side will be fighting it out with the side of Hedge, as we can see the push is coming in. Ante on the other side. Let's see whether that M18 will be coming into use for him. No helmet for him in his favor. 1 shot to his head can be put him can be putting him on his knees. 8 frags is what this team has secured so far. Pirates are on the top, have decided to go in for a heal battle. They'll be trying to do it as much as possible when the team's on the bottom. Ante lags it perfectly. The crosshair placement goes in into his favor. Will be confirming more kills in his name. SB Ante will be the last man standing. The circle is pushing him a bit more closer to his enemies. Will be landing the final one into himself. But on the other side, ROK with 3 men standing is trying to do their best. Pirates on the other side are still on the top, I believe. But in case they are not, HS will be falling down for his death. And I do believe that the booyah is being taken by the team least expected. ROK will be taking it. What happened to the Pirates in between all those things? I still don't understand. ROK was just standing it below, but eventually a very good booyah coming in for them, and that's going to be the rise of the Kings in the final map.
What the hell was that final zone? I mean, Hotshot, they had one player surviving. All he had to do is take down the last one standing on the side of, ROK. But
Yep.
he decided to jump in that moment. Maybe it was the heat of the moment. Maybe, he wanted to do something. Maybe he thought he wouldn't stay alive. But all he needed to do, because 3 players on the side of ROK were down, there was just one
Yep.
guy standing up. All he needed to do was land one bullet because the zone was dealing any damage. But on the other hand, Hotshot decided, oh, no. But yeah, nevertheless, ROK, what the hell were you doing for the past 5 maps? Because if this is the potential you have, where have you been in the
Exactly.
first 5 maps? I mean,
Yeah,
you
this
did
is
get
what I
yourself enough
said.
kills. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is what I
Well, please
said.
continue.
Pakistan chapter is about every team going for an all-out brawl. Like they're really good at doing that. They do not want to take back away from any given fight. But this time, when they've seen the other players play, when they've seen the other countries play, they're trying to come in late into the circle. They're trying to do something different when it comes to the overall, strategy from their side, and that is actually affecting them a lot. And I do believe that the Pakistan chapter is going to be different from tomorrow, because most of the teams have realized that when they go in for a frontal battle, that is actually giving them an opportunity to get the booyah rather than going in for placement points.
Yep, I mean that is true. Getting the booyah is good, but here's the thing: ROK not just got the booyah, they got a good amount of kills as well. I mean, there were teams like Legend Styles, they kept getting that booyah, but they don't have a lot of kills,
Yep.
right? I mean, when compared to other teams, they don't have a lot of kills, but they still got the booyah. I think, which is why they'll still be in the top 3 position. Not really sure if they're still holding on to the number 1, but teams like Hotshot and now ROK, especially after this particular game. Well, I mean, Hotshot, they did great. I'm not taking any credits away from them. They did great. They did come out on top as well, second, a great position, a good number of kills as well. But ROK, this was the kind of gameplay that we needed from them to end the day, and they can feel confident coming back tomorrow. Right now, they can have a good night's sleep because yes, they did have a terrible day, but this final map, well, it did show us what they can do, and they know what they can do. So moving on tomorrow, first map of Bermuda, that's gonna be, the X factor for them. If they show up strong tomorrow on the map of Bermuda, the entire day is gonna
Yep.
go good for them. If not, then yeah, let's see what happens.
But at the same time, Pirates, right? Pakistan Pirates, Pak Pirates, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, Pak Pirates, you can also call them Pakistan Pirates, were the team on the top, right? They had advantage of everything going in their favor, but ultimately they lost themselves at the 3rd position, and due to which they didn't choose to go for a heal battle. They lost it. On the other side, team are okay getting that booyah and also 7 points, 7 kill points, favoring them a 19 points. Team Hotshot right behind them, a good balance in the 2nd position with 9 kill points. As you said, Team Hotshot had done a very good job. It's just that they missed out the 3 points which they could have gained because of the booyah which they could secure. Pak Pirates, Soulbreaker on the other side. Look at the consistency coming in from this team. By the end of the day, at least they would have done such good job in the first game. 17 frags at the end, again 10 frags for themselves, 17 good points. They will be still having a fighting chance in the next day as well. D60 Gaming on the other side, one man doing the heavy lifting, trying to do as much as possible. Not going to be possible obviously when it comes to a bigger picture, because he needs the right kind of support from the team, or else things can go the way it has gone over here. The 6 rank points with just 3 kill points, 9 points for themselves. Team Legacy, the team which was actually showing the legacy throughout, have 5 valuable kills. Even though they've gone down very fast, they've got 5 valuable kills. That puts up an average of 8. They'll be holding the top spot for sure.
Well, I mean, they did not have a good game last time, right? They were sitting on 0. So this time around, 8 kills. Well, that's an improvement. Well, let's see what happens here. Talking about the second half of the scoreboard. Legend style, yes. 5 rank points, 2 kill points, total up to 7. 4 rank points, 0 kill points, total up to 4 on the side of Team PK. No chance once again, 2 rank points, 0 kill points, brings the total up to 2. Insanity, no kills. Men in Black and Lahore Tigers. Lahore Tigers actually had, I think, 6 points last time. Well, unfortunately, this time once again they're sitting on 0. MIB disappointed. That's all I'm gonna say. I am disappointed in their performance, especially coming into the group stages when they showed up really huge in those Pakistan invitational qualifiers there are now.
Yeah, but at the same time over here, they were in the middle of the table. They were trying to maintain that consistency, but this time they were shut down very fast, due to which they were not able to put up any points on the board. This could be a point of concern. As I said, the overall points table can actually be a very different story altogether. We can expect the teams like Legend Style, even though they've gone down over here, they will be on a good spot. I do believe that the average being maintained from the side of Team Legacy will also be on a good momentum. But the point of concern will be coming in for the side of No Chance, because No Chance did perform really well. It's not that they're not having a bad average, they're having a good average, but still the other teams are actually performing well. For like Soulbreakers, they were able to bounce back in this game. Legend Style are still doing good. D60, even though they're not able to do Hotshots, the way they were able to bounce back in this game with so many kill points for themselves, I do believe that they also have a very good chance. The overall points table, whom do you think is going to be on the top for you, according to you?
Well, according to me, I think, let's see. I still think Legend Styles have a really, really
Yep.
good chance, but I think Hotshot might have stolen it because of the number of kills. Well, I think Hotshot actually has the number one spot. But yeah, Legend Styles or Hotspot, one of these two teams, Hotshot. But I'm actually interested to see where ROK stands right now after this Booyah, especially.
ROK and
They were in the bottom
MIB.
half. Oh yeah, I mean, I might be a little disappointed. I actually wanted them in the top 3, but looks like they might be in the top, maybe 7th or 8th positions if I'm not wrong. ROK, on the other hand, they were at the bottom half in the first half. So let's see
Yep.
if they made their way into the maybe 7th. I'm happy with them going with 7th and 8th. That's gonna be a good day for them because they did start off really really bad, ending it off on 6th or 7th. Well, you gotta call it a decent comeback.
Yep, absolutely. But at the same time, the story is still not ending, ladies and gentlemen. It's just the start, is what I would like to say. In case the points table have a different story to say, Legend Style on the top, 75 points is where they'll be
Ooh.
standing. 24 kill, 51 rank points. This is what is going to be helpful for you. Ultimately, Team Hotshot is going to be right behind them at 1 point away, 74 points for themselves. They've got better kill points. In case there was a tie, obviously Team Hotspot would have been on the top. 40, 39, and 35 is what they're standing. A very, very good one is what I would like to say. Soulbreakers, good momentum for them as well. 70 points. These three teams have actually shown us that, the first day, if you do the heavy lifting, the second day, it's going to be easier for your Pak Pirates. Even though they could have also secured some good points in the previous game, they went down on the third position, not giving a chance. No chance on the other side. This is what I was speaking about. This one team on the third position could be pushed down. They have been pushed down to the fifth position. 53 points for them. D60 Gaming, I would like to say this is that one team who was holding the fourth position, now pushed down to the sixth position, all thanks to Hotshots playing so well as Legend Style playing so well to make sure that they both are holding the position. I know that Park Pirates were one of those teams on the sixth or the seventh position. The comeback is being done well by them. 57 points for themselves. The placement point seems to be working absolutely well for them. If they continue to do the same kind of average, I think they'll be cementing themselves in the top 6 and into the next round by tomorrow's end.
Well, I told you, right? Team Hotshot and Legend Style. It's gonna be really, really close. Look at that. 35 kills on Hotshot, 24 on Legend Style. Well, 1 point difference. That's it. Even though Legend Style did get that 3 booyahs, Team Hotshot, they don't give a damn. They almost have equal amount of kills considered, when compared to 3 booyahs. They're almost 3 booyahs. That's 36, 35 points of kills. That's what they have here. And that's just day number 1. Imagine what they can do in day number 2. But yeah, here's the thing. ROK, ooh, they have made their way to the top 7. Well, gotta say, I feel happy for the team. Team Legacy, on the other hand, 16 kills brings the total up to 40. Well, Men in Black, unfortunate for them. 19 rank points, 17 kills, brings the total up to 36. Insanity Esports, 11 kills, 25 rank points, brings the total up to 36. Team PK on 24. Lahore Tigers, 18. Arca, do you think they have a chance tomorrow of making it to the top 6? Because they are sitting on 18 today.
Top 6, not that much of it's not impossible is what I would like to say, because Lahore Tigers, if they start to bring in kill points for themselves, then it's going to be much more easier for them. But on the other side, the point differences seems to be bleak to a bleak difference from the 6th, 7th and 8th position, so giving a fighting chance for Team ROK and Team Legacy. This is what I was speaking about. Team Legacy still have a very good fighting chance. 49 and 40 is where they're holding. Men in Black and Insanity is on the other side. They just need one more booyah for themselves so that they can put some more 10 to 12 points for themselves. But Insanities have to concentrate on kill points. In case they're getting tied up with any given team on the points table, they will be left out behind, because kill points is prioritized when it comes to the overall points table in this tournament. So they have to put up some kill points for themselves, and that's the only way in. Team PK and Team Lahore, do or die situation from the get-go. Let's see how they'll be able to balance it, as Legend Style still is going to be holding the top position. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it was a great game so far. Those who have not yet subscribed, make sure that you subscribe, so that you'll be getting back with us tomorrow as well, because tomorrow the 6 games is going to be something huge. So 6 games is going to be something, what do you say, I do believe that it's
iconic.
It's more than an entertainer, iconic. Yes, exactly. Iconic is what I would like to say, because everybody still have a fighting chance into the top 6 as well. We are going to be stepping into a short break, after which we're going to be coming back and showing you what has happened throughout. So this is the last time for you to share it among your friends, so that they can come and see what has happened and decide whether they'll be joining you guys in the first get-go itself. For now, yes, this is Arka and Edge taking a short break. We'll be right back, seeing you on the other side.
Well. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Infinix Smartphone Presents World Esports Cup, brought to you by India Today Gaming, broadcast partner Platonia, and radio partner is. We are done with the 6 maps of today. Arka, before we head on to the highlights, anything you want to talk about the day? I mean, what do you feel like?
I feel like, in the starting, I somewhere felt that, Pakistan chapter is going to be telling a different story. Nobody wants to go in clash with one another. Nobody wants to actually take that fight to the enemy in the beginning. They want to concentrate on placement points. But all of a sudden, by the end of the day, it looks like, the instances of a tiger cannot change. It cannot turn into a goat. It cannot turn into something else. A tiger remains a tiger. The instance of a lion is going to remain a lion. It's going to go all in and try to attack as much as possible. And I do believe that these instances are going to remain the same in the Pakistan chapter. The second day of the Pakistan chapter can tell a very different story, is what I would like to say. All these things said and done, the highlights is going to be coming in any second. So ladies and gentlemen, in case you're calling your friends, don't forget to spam up your favorite team in the chat, because that gives an opportunity for the teams to actually come and view in and see that even though we are going down, we have our fans still backing us out. That gives them a confidence to fight out yet again, and the teams on the top is going to be happy that no matter how hard it is, they're being recognized, right? So that is the most important thing for any given gamer, any given person over here. In case you guys feel that we are doing an amazing job, you can find us on our socials as well. The best way to find us is going to India Today Gaming social, find search is over there, and then you'll be finding us on our socials. Eventually we're going to be tagged over there as well. Do not forget to follow India Today Gaming as well, as we'll be stepping into the highlights. Tell me, Edge, which is that one team you'll be wanting to see pop up every now and then?
Are okay right now. Right now are okay, but I mean, if you ask me overall, I would like to see No Chance coming out on top, to be honest, because I really love their gameplay.
Yep.
They play passive aggressive. They know when to
Yeah,
be the third party. They know when they're getting third party, and they avoid taking those fights. So that is the kind of team I'm actually looking
absolutely.
forward to. And but ROK's performance in the final map, I mean, the only thing that surprised, I mean, the thing I'm amazed with is they were at the bottom of the scoreboard, right? And they still did not give up. I mean, as you and me, we both saw a lot of teams who give up when they once they're at the bottom
Exactly.
half of the bottom of the scoreboard. But are okay. They're like, screw this. We don't care. We might be bottom today, but tomorrow coming in, we will come back stronger. They already they already moved up from 12 to 7, and tomorrow, I mean, let's just hope they make it into the top 6.
Yeah, this Hitman's crosshair not connecting for a brief period of time. We expect anybody to actually come in with the right kind of crosshair placement. But on the other side, we were able to see for the others, it was a different story. Godless on the other side was also doing an amazing job. Virus on the other side. Look at the amount of time people have used AC80. Like, first time I saw Sparks coming in, but the rest of the shots, it was all AC80 coming into play. So these players are actually going to go in with those things. Still shotguns coming into play. Famos on the other side rarely being used by the side of Hunter, but again AC80s and shotguns coming into play in the sector of the side of Pakistan over here. Grenades bombarding here and there. Abdul for the side of LA was actually doing the heavy lifting when it comes to grenades, and he knew how to end a team who was trying to rush towards him.
Well, it was all about the teams and the teamwork. The first map was actually kind of really quick. Talking about the map number 2 here. This is group number 2, guys. Keep in mind, this is the Pakistan group stages, not invitational. We are already down to the group stages, and this is day number 1 of group number 2. We already had 6 teams qualifying in moving forward, but here we will be getting the 6 more teams. Let's just, I mean, all you need to do is just hope. But look at this. This Itachi, I saw this the first time as well. It was so funny. Kinda sad, but the vehicle just running him over and his body just flying over the map. I mean,
Exactly.
it's kind of funny there, Arka.
Yeah, very much. And we saw that it was not once or twice, several times vehicles were being used. Especially, let's not forget the map of Purgatory, where everything was, put to almost a test when it comes to the driving skills, when it comes to escaping from it. It was a run and tag game which was going on with most of the players. Gods on the other side, this specific game, they actually showed us who can be actual gods. But ultimately, the way they were being shut down from the side, from any given side, was a different story altogether. This was the map of Kalahari. this map of Kalahari was way different from the final map, is what I would like to say, because the final map of Kalahari had everybody in the side of Refinery, but this specific map had a very different story to say, where we saw that Hedges were from a different angle, Wilds were coming in from a different angle, the close range fights, the early pickings of these fights had a different story to say, and we have been seeing that WLD was dominating at one point, and eventually they got erased completely when SB came into picture.
I mean, SB, Soulbreakers, they were there since the start. They were having a really, really good day. Except a couple of maps where they kind of messed up. But yeah, Arka, moving on tomorrow, you asked me which team I was going to look out for. What team are you looking out for?
I'm looking out for this specific team on our screens at this point of time, the Pirates, Pak Pirates, because they were the team who actually knew how to lurk around, not getting into crosshairs of anybody, and they were wanting to, get more points for themselves, and they've successfully done it when we see the overall points table. So tomorrow they'll be trying to go in for an all-out brawl, balance it out when it comes to kill points and placement points within the team. But on the other side, we're able to see this welcome shot coming in from the side of Rocky with that M10. Oh my goodness, that was very, very good one. The scope open and suddenly you see someone coming in, that is going to shock you, put fear in you, as well as disappoint you for not looking out your surroundings. On the other side, team IN Insanities from this map, they were on a get-go of getting kills in their name, and they were doing an amazing job. I'm sure that we did not leave any stones unturned, but this fight, from here on, the fights picked up by the side of Pirates. Just look at them. See, with Jerry, with that Groza, every single thing was on point. That crosshair was holding perfectly. This is the second person he took down of MIB, and he was decimating one of the top teams, and that was the most important thing for us to watch.
Well, it was this grenade one as well. I was talking about this last time. I kind of missed it, but yeah, Richie with that grenade positioning, he actually bounced it. I'm not really sure if you saw that. He bounced it off the wall. There was like a pixel. I don't know. Maybe it was luck. Maybe he calculated it. Whatever it was, that was beautiful to watch, and that's going on the highlight reel for sure. Well, on the other hand, this was a map of Forgetry, the second time that we played it today. And guess what? Team Legend Style, once again, they did come out on top with only 3 kills. Right? That wasn't enough. So, I mean, teams like Hotshot, teams like Pakistan Pirates, all these teams, they had good amount of kills. Which is why, they have secured a good spot. And even though, I missed this.
This one is what I was speaking about. Richie Rich was looking really strong, and that Wicker and this D60 Gamer YT, the way he was able to decimate players over there, and this overconfidence push coming in from side, ending him, or else I do believe that in the final circle there would have been more bombardment coming in from their side. But on the other side, Pirates, this was the team I was speaking about. Look at that. Again, they have very good positioning points. But at the end, LS was looking with 2 players were standing over there. They had to face off 1 man, and that Blackhawk doing the job. Oh my goodness. That was a good game is what I would like to say. But on the other side, we'll be able to see this one final fight where taking control, that jiggle behind the wall, that basic, rule of gaming coming into play. It was very good to see that few people still stick on to the basics.
True. Lahore Tiger once again getting eliminated in position number 11-12. That is something that we don't expect. This fight, Soulbreakers. I mean, Zed, I believe he actually jumped off, right? He shouldn't have done that. He just jumped in, and unfortunately, that means there's no chance to make it onto the top. One more thing. Team LA, they're really good with vectors. I gotta tell you that they are one of the best teams with good vector usage I've seen. Well, on the other hand, Grozers were doing a lot of job for the side of Pak Pirates. They had Groza with the silence run, and they just kept going ham every single time. This was the game where Legend Style did not make it to the top because they were they were actually being countered. But I gotta say, ROK, boy am I impressed with them. Their performance here on the map of Kalahari, the final one, was absolutely nuts.
I mean, 1 second, I was just wanting to see one more thing over there. I was just bit relaxed when I was watching that game, looking out at the final circle itself. the fall damage is not what you'll be expecting for a last player to get, right? At the same time, getting eliminated because of the fall damage and giving it to others, giving that game to others is something which, was a good thing to see. But at the same time, uh, we would like to see how things are going to turn out in tomorrow's game. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I know that we're right now, a lot of things are running in my head. It looks like we are exhausted. We are pretty much exhausted, what I like to say. But at the same time, we were well entertained. Trust me, if you go back and watch this stream, you'll understand what all happened today. But do not forget to subscribe to this channel, because tomorrow things are going to be even more intense. You'll be wanting to see more action coming in from our side, and we'll be here to tell you that we're not going to allow any stone unturned. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the final 6 maps of the best of the 12 will be giving us the best of the Pakistan into the next round, and where they'll be fighting it out in few days soon to represent their country. 12 teams will be fighting it out to represent their country very soon. So the tomorrow's selections is going to be crucial, is what I would like to say. Before we end the day, I want to shout out to the sponsors over here who are making all these things happen. Infinix smartphone, it's out in the market if I'm not wrong. Please do not forget to go check it out. Own the game is what they're coming up. That comes up to say that every time you hold this beast in your hand, this gaming beast in your hand, you're going to be happy that it's performing so well. Low light capability on a wide angle, I've not seen that coming with a lot of mobiles, so you would want this as well. At the same time, radio partners is coming in over here 104.8. Do not forget to tune in and see how many updates you'll be getting it over there as well. India Today Gaming for organizing this amazing thing, and a very kudos to the production of Platonia Esports. What an amazing production. They're showing us every single action, which is going to be very tough for us to miss. At the same time, very tough for us to actually cast, because every time there's an action in front of us, the energy is not going down. It's just going to exhaust us. But at the same time, before we go off, any last words, Edge? It's all on your shoulder.
Well, I mean, I gotta say, first things first, that was a great ending to the day from the side of ROK. A great performance coming in from Legend Styles. The consistency, that's all I'm saying. The consistency was there from them. Yes, not a lot of kills, but a lot of booyahs for sure. Team Hotshot, well, that was a great game. D60 kind of fell off at the end. But yeah, every other team, Team Pakistan Pirates, Team PK, all these teams, they still have a chance. All they need to do is, focus a bit more coming in tomorrow. Put in a bit more effort, especially Lahore Tigers. They're at the bottom of the scorecard, but I still think they have a really good, chance tomorrow. But that's a story for us to tell tomorrow. But until then, me and Arka will be signing off, and we will be seeing you tomorrow again with the last 6 map of the Pakistan group stages, day number 2, group number 2. But until then, good night, take care, and stay safe.